This episode of the Big Mic Drop is sponsored by Tap Out Toothpaste. Brush that thing wide open.
Mic Drop. The mic drop.
Beat me up, Scotty.
The mic drop.
That man is a product of a poor environment. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. I can prove it.
Of course there's something wrong with him. He's a Negro.
The mic drop.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Beat me up,
1,
Scotty. Beat me
0.
up, Scotty.
Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Big Mic Drop. I am your host, Big Mike. What's up, Ronnie?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our lovely co-host, Ronnie Ledoux.
Hey, y'all.
We in the building, man. Shout out if you're in the comments, man. I know we got our regulars. Shout out to everybody out there in the comments. Ronnie, what's good? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I've been busy. I hope I don't look
Good.
tired. I got
don't.
bags in my eyes, man.
You look fine.
Nah, I've been running, man. I've been busy. And
Been all in Miami, I heard.
all over the place. I be in and out like a crack house. You know what I'm saying? No time to hang out, no time for tourism, in and out.
That's a good thing. That means you're making money.
Look who we got in the building, man. We got Sabrina Mass in the building.
Hey, Sabrina.
Yeah, we're gonna get them phone lines open up because I know I want to hear from my girl Sabrina on some of this
Yes,
stuff we're talking about tonight.
definitely.
And of course, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. But before we really get started and start taking calls and stuff, Ronnie, I just feel like we're in a culture war.
I think we are too. It's ridiculous.
I feel pressure coming from all sides, and it might just be, I thought I was shell shocked at first. I'm a veteran. I'm a disabled vet, so I got some quirks. I got some ticks and some things, with me anyway. But I thought I was being paranoid. But as time continues to progress, I'm not crazy.
No, it's not
Everybody else is
PTSD.
crazy. It's not
It's not
that.
PTSD. This is really going on in the world.
This is really going on. And I should have kept the title for Valentine's Day, but tonight's show is called Sex and Chocolate. It's called Sex and Chocolate, and we're talking about the fate of the Green M&M.
I'm mad about the whole
Green
shit.
M&M. Yeah. I mean, I just, you actually put me on a story. I was like, it's
I'm
Green
mad
M&M.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, for those who don't know, the Green M&M has now become, from the sassy, sexy female that she was, which is weird, me even talking about a piece of candy like that. But from the sexy, sassy female candy she was, apparently people took issue with that, and it wasn't really incorporating everybody else's lifestyle. So they decided that they would make the Green M&M non-binary.
I have no comment.
They would make the Green M&M non-binary.
Why do we have to change everything? Let people be themselves, even M&Ms. If she's a female, let her be a female. I mean, what was wrong with just create another color, bring the blue back or whatever. They took a color away. What color was it? Blue or purple? Then they brought it back.
Oh, I don't
just
know.
Create a new color. Add a new color. Add purple. Add pink. Add something else if you want to add another gender or non-gender, but don't change what's there.
Right. I mean, and then let's just keep in mind, we're talking about freaking candy. It's candy, we eat it.
It's not the green one I like anyway, it's the red one. He's the smart mouth at Christmas time, right? The red one.
I don't even know. Them commercials come on, right? I see them and I don't. Like, it's weird. Me and television have a love-hate relationship. Besides Cobra Kai, shout out to Cobra Kai. I don't watch anything else. Family Guy may watch me at night before I go to sleep. I'm to the point now I barely even watch the news. And I used to be so informed. Uh-oh, here she go.
It's all the same stuff.
Y'all want to talk about with me?
Well, where matriarch been?
We got matriarch in the motherfucking building.
She's been hiding from us.
Oh yeah, man. Look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all gonna be mad at me tonight, ladies, but I'm glad I got the right group of ladies in the chat tonight, because y'all are gonna be mad at me tonight. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the pre-warning. But hey, these are conversation starters. These are things we need to talk about. All right. So tonight we're gonna talk about this M&M. I'm gonna read an article in which the lady that played the voice of the M&M said she's cool with it. She welcomes the change, embrace the change. And that's
probably her damn idea.
It could have possibly been her idea. Let me get these phone lines started up real quick. Man, I've seen the most ridiculous trash today, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. This was totally ridiculous. It was so ridiculous, it was hilarious. Like I found it very hilarious, but it was hilarious in a sad way. I'm gonna show it to y'all a little bit later. So y'all hang in here in the show, man, and I'm gonna show y'all. I promise you. Let's go ahead and get this phone line pop in.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and we live.
Blog Talk Radio.
We are live. For those of you joining us on Blog Talk Radio, welcome. This is the Big Mike Drop, and it's myself, your host, Big Mike, and the lovely Ronnie Ledoux. So let's give her a hand. In case you're just joining us, the name of this show is Sex and Chocolate. I'm sure a lot of y'all freaky motherfuckers out there probably like that title. Y'all, I'm surprised we ain't got more
Mike,
people.
post the number. They're asking in the comments,
I'm gonna post it, but we're gonna go through some things first.
Okay.
We're gonna lay down some rules of engagement because I want to be able to cover all the topics. I don't want to get off on one topic because we got so many topics to cover, and I want to hear everybody's opinion on all of them, to be honest. So let me get into this studio, and I guess I could go ahead and ask the question. So other things we're going to talk about tonight, I'll just go ahead and lay out the show agenda, then I'll put the question out there. Cardi B and Tasha K, the big news. That's the big news this week. Tasha K loses a 4-year court battle with Cardi B, defamation, a defamation suit. that was here in Atlanta in federal court. Cardi B took a $3.8 million. And Tasha K says she ain't worried about it. What are your thoughts on this, Ronnie?
She's a damn lie. She is worried about it. I've never. First of all, she's not rich, because if she was rich, she would be like everybody else rich. Her net worth would be posted, and it's not. So she cannot afford $4 million. I'm positive.
I'll be honest, I don't know too many rich people that just wouldn't freak the fuck out.
That's what I was about to say.
It's I mean, ask Bill Gates for $4 million and see what kind of reaction you get from. Oh my God! Oh,
even billionaires, when they donate to colleges, you never see they gave $4 million. You see they gave $200,000, $150,000. Nobody just gives away that kind of money. Not even billionaires, please.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk about that. That's on the table to talk about as well tonight when you call in. Also, I want to give a special shout out to my dog, my homeboy, Mr. Palmer, man. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. Mr. Palmer made it to Elle Magazine. He made it to Elle Magazine, and the hate is real. The hate is real for a black man out here. The hate is real for a black man out here. I repeat, the hate is real for a black man out here. And I'm starting to feel alienated, Ronnie.
But I feel like the hate may be real for a black male, but I feel like the black men are taking it out on the black women. That's why I don't really comment about the manosphere, because it feels like the manosphere is not mad with white America or corporate America, whoever makes them feel like they're less than. It seems like whatever anger the manosphere has, they take it out on black women.
Well, I
could be wrong.
Well, a lot of times, and I feel where you're coming from. You're right to a certain extent with that. But in a lot of situations, it's actually the women that dudes have the problems with. It's not the system. A lot of guys got jobs. They ain't having no white supremacy issues, so they're not going to recognize it. To be honest, they're just not. They don't run into that every day. But a lot of brothers are having problems with their kids. And the woman they had the kids by, it don't matter what you went through in the relationship. You have a man's children, you're supposed to be there. You're in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of women want to feel like they could be out of there, and then they're going to use the kid as a pawn. And, alienating the father. And the court system allows them to continue to alienate the father in a lot of situations. I'm not saying that all men are innocent and we're all, this or that, but it is a problem. There are some problems. I don't think any side's hands aren't dirty in this. And that's really kind of my thing about it. I want to go straight up the middle with this situation. I don't want to take one side over the other side. I do want to, however, see both sides and entertain both sides.
I thought the manosphere only focused on one side, the man.
Well, the only side a man can truly focus on is the man. But that doesn't mean that I can be deaf to what the female argument is.
That's good to hear, because a lot of other podcasters are deaf to the female side. So it's good to hear that you're not.
Why do you think I'm on here with you?
Because you're equal opportunity employer.
Facts. But no, for real though. Excuse me. For real though, I realized that balance is necessary.
Yes.
I realized that having 2 points of view is necessary. And what better point of view to have than the male and the female? We're both the same age, you and I. We got the same time and length and experience, I guess you could say, on this earth. So who's gonna bring it, more down the middle than two of us?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We got that guy in the building.
Hey.
And Miss Amber Alert.
Amber.
She'll let you know that I feel the pressure of this world, but I don't take it out on her. But I do understand. I felt the pressures. I've been pressed from all sides. I'm to the point now, I think I've truly taken the red pill and truly freed myself from all matrices. I'm not in any matrix at this point in time. I'm trying to look at things strictly from a bird's eye view.
The last time you mentioned the red pill, I was confused, but I read the article today and it's like, I'm still a little confused, but can you expound exactly on what the red pill means?
I cannot.
Okay.
Because I really
it's complicated. It's complicated.
It's complicated. I really don't know. I don't want to say something wrong.
Right.
But as far as I'm not red pill in that aspect of the word. I'm literally truly freeing myself from even the confines of that ideology.
Okay.
Because I have to be able to look at things fairly. It's a term I use all the time on this show. Intellectual honesty. Being intellectually honest is what creates good change. That's how we evolve as a society.
Yes,
we can't evolve when somebody's in denial and we're trying to talk. You can't talk to somebody who's in denial about something. They have to come to the realization and understand that their hands are dirty too. And that's all I'm saying.
That's where a lot of people make a mistake at trying to reason with those kind of people.
Men and women's hands are equally as dirty in this thing. Nobody's worse than the other side. Nobody's better than the other side. We're all acting like animals out here.
We got to come up with something. Y'all have a manosphere. We got to come up with something for the ladies. We need to brainstorm.
The ladies have had it.
I'm not talking about feminism. We need a name. We need a real core organization.
A core organization. Well, yes. Tasha K got the winos.
I don't know. She better be bankrupt. I don't know if I want to be the like. Let me not say that because I don't want to be,
you got to say allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. She allegedly might be bankrupt.
Right.
I don't need that kind of energy. I need people around me that's going to be bringing in money, not taking away money.
So, also in today's news, man, today's trending subjects, in my opinion, like I said, shout out to Mr. Palmer for making Elle Magazine.
Congratulations.
If the feminists show up on your doorstep, my brother, your boy Big Mike got your back. I'm still in the fight against feminism out here. I don't agree with it. Call me what you want to call me. That's the good fight. We need to get a sense of order back in the community and the nation as a whole.
Isn't the manosphere the exact opposite as feminism? Aren't you guys like what you don't like about feminism? Isn't that the exact same thing the manosphere represents for males?
I can't say that.
Yes.
I can't say that. No, okay. You may be right on that. But that just lets you know the amount of masculine energy that drives feminism.
Well, how come it's not the amount of feminism that drives masculinity? How come it has to be one-sided?
I mean, that's just the way it was created. I can't help that. Men were created bigger and stronger for a reason. Y'all say y'all want to be protected. I mean, so I guess with protection comes other things. It's a trade-off. Everything's a trade-off. And I'm not saying that women don't bring very valuable attributes to society, to relationships. I mean, I love women. I love my wife. You know what I mean? But as far as feminine energy and the feminine mystique and the things that a woman brings and adds to life, that's irreplaceable. So why can't we just both play our parts?
I just feel like the manosphere may be a little bit petty. I mean, it's kind of like everything is always like finding fault in women that are strong, in my opinion. Maybe I'm looking at it totally wrong, but
because women aren't supposed to be strong.
We're not supposed to be strong physically, but mentally and in society, we can be, strong citizens. We can be upstanding people
absolutely.
equally as a male.
No, absolutely. But you got chicks out here that want to arm wrestle your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got women out here that think they could beat you.
But they don't identify usually as female. They usually identify as other.
You would be surprised. Let's so we don't get in trouble on the show. We're just gonna start referring to you weird mug. We're just gonna start referring to others as Green M&Ms. From here on out. Y'all are Green M&Ms. Damn shame.
So what do we call the Green M&M now? It was called the sexy M&M. What is it called now?
The Green M&M. That's all I can say. The green
Just
M&M.
the green M&M.
Just the
Okay.
green M&M. And that should be able to encompass everything.
The green M&M.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. Instead of changing the green M&M, why didn't they just like come out with the like colors for M&M? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't they just come out with like a whole bag of M&Ms that like, okay, I got the straight M&Ms and I got the gay M&Ms.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, why couldn't they just add a different color?
Oh, okay, got you.
Add a different color and give that M&M a personality.
Look at this love face person in here. Let's block this person. Yeah, you
What
get
happened?
They're just putting all these weird comments, man, and stuff.
Is that on YouTube? Because I don't see it on Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna get them up out of here. Yeah, we don't want to see your trash. We don't want to see your trash on this show. We got our own trash. Love face.
That's the name, Mike.
Yeah, love face.
Male or female?
That's what they're doing. Online strips without clothing.
Oh.
I already blocked them now, but I can still show it. Yeah, this is what these people are doing. So before, hey, Corman is hitting me up. I see your text, brother. I'm getting ready to put the number up, but I got to frame this, man, because y'all gonna be looking at me crazy when this question go up. So before we move on to the number, Justice Stephen Breyer from the Supreme Court announced his retirement. So Joe Biden gets a Supreme Court pick.
Uncle Joe.
He ain't my uncle.
But what Trump
like,
called him Sleepy Joe? What Trump was calling him Sleepy Joe?
Man, Trump was clowning his ass, Sleepy Joe, you know, Slow Joe, I don't know. Slow Joe. Come holler, Harris. Come holler.
Come holler, Harris. Leave that lady alone.
Come holler.
One of my co-workers, a Caucasian guy, was speaking to me about her last week. And he was saying she's not very popular, is she? I was like, not amongst the blacks either, for whatever reason. She's not popular across the board, I don't think, now.
She ain't popping like that, man. Ain't nobody checking for her like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, ain't nobody checking for her like that, man. She, you know. I don't know.
Sabrina said, yes, Uncle Joe.
Nah, that ain't my uncle, man. I'll let Joe Biden be y'all uncle. To me, he's total trash. Like I said, he lost me with the Asian hate bill. Not that I have anything against Asians, but I just don't see how Asians were able to skip the line. I don't see how they were able to jump the line with this so-called hatred. And it was, totally fabricated, in my opinion. Because people been beating up store owners because they be fly at the mouth sometimes when you go off in that shit, to be honest. And black folks just don't do fly at the mouth. Especially if we coming to spend money with you. We might take it sometimes, and then it's just that one time. We're gonna tear up shit in the store and whoop your ass. And then they want to say that that's a hate crime. We're not whooping your ass because you Asian. We're whooping your ass because you're an asshole every time we come spend money in your establishment.
And watching us thinking we stealing something.
Right. You want our money, but you don't want us to come bring it to you.
Right.
Yeah, you rather us come drop it at the door and not come in or do it behind the bulletproof glass.
That's what they want.
And in return, you still don't get treated with any dignity or respect, even though your money spends the same as the other person of another race that will walk in there and do that and spend the same money. So before we go further, we were talking about Stephen Breyer and his vacancy on the Supreme Court. President Biden has pledged to place the first black woman on the Supreme Court in the midst of Justice Stephen Breyer's retirement. I don't think the Senate's going to let it go through, but I do feel like Biden is aiming to put a black woman on the Supreme Court, which is when I'm going to ask my question now and go ahead and turn the tides of the show. Don't black women get too much credit?
We don't get enough effing credit, if you ask me, especially from the manosphere.
Don't worry about the manosphere. Don't worry about the manosphere giving you credit. Nobody cares what black men think. Nobody really cares.
I care. I have friends who care, both black and white and Spanish friends who care that are female. So that's not true.
Nobody on a major level does. I'm not saying that your
So
friends.
you minimizing us.
I'm not minimizing your friends. All I'm saying is people that can make changes, people that can give accolades. That's why I'm asking this question. I'm not hating on the credit that Black women are getting, but does it seem like the credit is being equally distributed? Because I know that Black women got all the credit for changing the vote in Georgia, but I know I had my Black ass out there for hours waiting to vote, but got no credit at the end of the day. Got no credit for turning the state blue, which is why I won't be turning that motherfucker blue no more.
And then that's not really a fair equation, right? Because Atlanta, Georgia itself, isn't the population of women higher than males?
The population
I read it somewhere before.
Of women is higher than males.
So what would they expect? Of course, women changed it.
But it's a lot of women that didn't even vote.
That's true.
Hey, the lines lit up as soon as I dropped that question. The lines lit up. So we're going to go ahead and take the first caller. 656, we got you on the big mic drop. Who we got?
This is Miss Texas. What do you mean?
Miss Texas in the building. What's happening? I'm gonna go and pull my guy in too, because I see the guy on the line too. Corman, that guy, are you there?
Right.
I am.
We got the guy in the building. Let's get it popping. Sabrina, what's good? How was your weekend?
Hey, it's always great, and I gotta say, Ronnie, I'm telling you, every time I get on this computer, Ronnie, your skin is glowing. You got to do a section.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you, darling. You make me blush every week.
Ronnie's skin is popping. To whoever hating out there, don't be hating now.
Thank you, love.
The skins.
The mic drop.
Wrong button. My bad. Ronnie popping out here, man.
Yeah. You playing tonight though.
Okay, then.
Mike, I need you to go ahead and take that A off sometime and put a T up there for Texas on that cap every now and then.
Man, I ain't even got. I don't think they sell no Texas hats up here. I do like that Houston though. That Houston be going hard.
Oh well, the next time you in Mobile, you gotta shout at me before you come so I can get you that Texas cap.
Okay, then. Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I remind him too.
One too, Ronnie too.
I'll wear it. Just make sure. I will definitely wear it in support of you because you support us.
Okay.
So we got a couple of subjects on the table tonight. So first of all, foremost, do Black women get too much credit?
I ain't gonna agree. I ain't gonna agree with that. No, I ain't gonna say that. No.
I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question.
I don't think so, because I see that's a hot one there. I don't know if I don't know if I'm brave enough to set that one.
Okay,
right there.
let me rephrase that.
Nothing but backlash behind.
Well, let me rephrase it to something you may be able to answer. Do Black men get enough credit?
Hell no, they don't get no credit.
Okay, well then you answered. Well then you answered the question. You just proved you were too scared to answer it when it was just blunt.
I just told you I wasn't even scared. I told you.
Hey, yeah, you like I ain't gonna touch that one. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the times we're living in? That's a perfect illustration of the times we're living in, because a man can answer the question, a Black man does not get enough credit. We can answer that with no equivocation.
Yeah. But
somebody from the Black community is getting credit. Right, exactly. That lets you know where the power is.
But we shouldn't be in competition with each other as Black men and women. We should be in competition with people that are different.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not with each other. We're supposed to be building each other up, not competing.
But that's not how society is, though.
Right, it's not. But we have to change that.
Oh, tell me when I can.
Yeah, let's go on. Go, Miss Texas. Let's get it.
Yeah, come on with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer both if I may. Do Black? You know what? First of all, let's start with our brothers. First of all, And no, brothers do not get enough credit where credit is due. Because let me tell you something. Black men out here are I believe, are trying their very best to do the right thing, to work as hard as they can, to move forward. And no, they do not get enough credit. And see the problem, let me tell you something. The problem is, you got to understand, people are already afraid of the black man from the get-go.
Right. Because
like the old saying, the black people, black men as a whole have the strength, they handsome, they strong, and we know the physical thing, right? But however, black men are highly intellectual too. If you put them, see, that's why they suppressing black men, because if they can finally put them two things together, the mentality and the physical strength, that's a dynamite without even going into a lab.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they keep suppressing the black man, because they know once a black man as a whole comes together as a unified mentally and physically, it's over. Matter of fact, right. Jesus might come on down then. I don't even know.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
No.
I'm glad you said that, because what we're witnessing it would be cool if our females would really go out on a wholesale basis. I mean, a lot of ours would really go out and play for us. You see what I'm saying? If they know that the rest of the world feels this way about us, but doesn't necessarily feel the way about them, I'll say this: the queen is the most powerful piece on the board, if you're playing chess. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board. True. But guess what the queen's whole purpose is? To protect the king.
Mm-hmm. To protect the right. And the reason I'm gonna stand behind the black man, because guess what? I have a black husband. I have black sons.
Right.
And daily, yearly, monthly, guess what? You're right. When I see them falling, I'm not gonna let who I love fall.
That's right.
Whether that be my husband, my sons, my brother, my friend, my whatever. Guess what?
Right.
I'm gonna be there to say, hey, I'm gonna be there with the encouragement. I'm gonna be there to let them know, listen, don't even play yourself like that, because guess what? Without you, there could be no me.
Right.
Without, you know what I'm saying? And so no, black men do not get enough credit. And guess what? Society knows that. Society knows that. Now, this is the thing. And now I'm just get on to the black woman, to us. Here we go, Ron.
I'm listening, girl.
Now,
I'm ready.
I can only speak from a woman. I can only speak from a woman's point of view. As a woman, a real, true, for real, none of that funny stuff. A real, for real woman, true, deep down from the head to my toe. None of that blah 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 blah. Okay, I came from a strong background of hardworking, independent, intellectual black women. You know what I'm saying? And when I say black women, I'm talking about Puerto Rican, because we all that. Okay.
Shout out to Puerto Rico.
Yes. As a woman, Ronnie, when we're talking about a black woman, I'm just speaking from a woman's perspective. Sometimes as a black woman, as black women out here, they don't carry themselves as they should carry themselves to get the honor that they deserve. So how we carry ourselves is how we carry ourselves, and how we show ourselves is what we're gonna get in return.
Hey, let me break in right there. Let me break in right here, Sabrina. I'm gonna let you keep on, but let me break in right here. I was telling my mother the other day when we were talking about the bonnet pajama wearers out in public. I don't even see them as black women anymore. They need to claim another race.
Oh man!
And I don't even treat them like women. I don't I don't hold the door open for them. I don't speak to them. Don't tip my hat. None of that. I'm just walking by your ratchet ass. And my mom told me I was wrong, and I need to.
And I agree with mom.
But you know something? They're not my sisters.
But Mike, leave my
sister, if you were my sister, you would know that you put on motherfucking clothes when you wake up in the morning. You brush your teeth. You wash your face.
Yeah.
Even if you lounging around the house, you don't do it with your pajamas on. If you do. Don't take your ass to the store with your pajamas on.
Right.
with your head looking any kind of way. If you don't have any pride in yourself as a woman, why should I be bound to respect you as a woman and be chivalrous and go out of my way and do all of that?
But
Why
keep in mind, Mike, a lot of women, especially these young girls in their 20s, a lot of them do what they've been taught to do. If you had that kind of mother and that type of grandmother, you don't know any better. So you have to lead by example.
I wouldn't open the door for your mother, your grandmother either, if y'all was like that.
But see, what we have to do is we have to teach those under us right from wrong. Monique tried to do it, and they bashed the hell out of Monique.
Oh, they bashed the hell out of Monique.
I really got her point, and I agreed with Monique.
Yeah, we talked about that. Monique held it down.
Yeah. A lot of backlash.
Carmen, you've been quiet over there. What you got going? Freeman's Journal in the building.
And everything. Every time I see a woman with like a bonnet on outside, all I can think about is one thing my grandmother said. And every time I see one, I just picture her saying this. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say what it is. My grandmother always said, if you see a woman outside the house with a bonnet on, she ain't shit.
She trash, right? She trash.
So, I mean, every time I see one, that's all I picture her saying. And she always instilled that in me. So,
wow.
I mean, that's good.
Rollers in her head.
All I can picture is trifling.
Hey, man, rollers is different.
No,
now if you got a bonnet or rollers, like y'all know mamas used to come to the school with rollers in their head back in the day. You know, the women had to do that, for their hair to look like anything. So, okay, you're in the process of getting your hair fixed. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about the person that just got a bonnet on and they might not even have no hair underneath that mug.
They come in all different colors. Some of these young girls think it's like stylish because these beauty supplies sell in all different prints, colors, extra large for braids, small for regular hairstyles. So they don't know any better.
Amber Alert says back in the day, we could not even go check the mail in PJs and headscarves. Now you have folks delivering Uber Eats. And that's what happened the other day.
Yes.
No, that happened to us the other day. And Amber Alert, tell them if I'm lying. And I told her I wouldn't have took the food. But the girl came up with the Uber Eats with her PJs on in a damn bonnet. Came to the door. What? Am I lying? Am I imagining this? I believe this is what happened to us. I don't think I went to the door that time. Because I would have damn snapped.
That's horrible.
First of all, you delivering my food. Did you just get out of bed, fool?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you brush your teeth?
Did you wash your damn hands?
First thing you do when you get out of bed is piss. I know that's the first thing I do. That's the first thing most people do.
Yeah.
But when you went to the bathroom, see, I don't need to be thinking about these things when we're having a business exchange with food.
That's right.
Amber, true story. Yes. She told me about it after the fact. I'm like, oh, no, I would have snapped. I'm glad it was you to answer the door and you had the compassion of a woman and understood maybe she was tired and all that. Fuck that.
Amber, was she a teenager? I pray she was a 19-year-old. I pray she was not a woman of age that should know better, even though a 19-year-old should know better, too.
You should know better. You should know better. And I don't
want
this.
You've been taught better.
But that's the reason I asked that question. You know, it's not just about the bonnet wearers or whatnot, but really the Supreme Court thing. Yeah. So what we're seeing, I'm kind of take it the direction, you know what I'm saying, right now. What we're seeing is that everything, first of all, Joe Biden promised that a black woman was going to be vice president, right?
And he did it.
He did it. Okay. Yeah. Does a black woman have to be everything? Is that really his answer to it? And if you look closely at the black women he's choosing, or even getting ready to choose, before y'all get too excited, all of them damn near got white husbands. They all answer to the white man in the holiest of holies, and that's the bedroom. He say get down, they getting down. When he say get down, they getting down.
Yeah.
Zipping my lip.
Okay.
Same with the vice president.
Okay. Let me. Okay. Tell me when I can chime in.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I think the guy dropped off.
I mean, I hear Mike. Huh?
Dropped off? Yeah, I think he dropped off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I hear. Okay, this is the thing. Mike, this is the thing. Are we going to? This is me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, their counterparts may be Caucasian or whatever, but does that take away from their fight and their cause and what they have proven and done in their stance on equal justice and fighting for the people? So therefore, when it comes to politics, I believe we have to separate. Sometimes now it depends on how people are moving with their personal and their business life, because if the women that I know that he's considering, they are strong entities in their fight for the cause.
What causes are those though? What causes are those? Are those causes that
well, they fight for the rights of people, and I mean under the Constitution. Under the Constitution, because when you're dealing with things, just even us as Americans, we have to deal with stuff that's under the United States Constitution.
But
because
do you think
anything they say, especially when you're in the limelight?
But do you think it's the slightest bit strange that the only black women that he wants to empower are black women that are still beholden to a white dude?
I have a question for you though, Mike.
Well, I don't know if I feel like these women are they may be married to Caucasians, but I feel like they are just at the forefront now. This is now.
Do you think they run in a Caucasian household? Do you think they the strong black woman at home with the Caucasian husband?
Well, my point is,
Ronnie.
have you ever thought that maybe those black women are with white men because the black manosphere won't accept a strong black woman and let her be strong within herself, and a white man possibly does? Could that be why they're with a white man?
Okay, so
black men are intimidated.
But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Because the founder and the inventor of the patriarchy that feminism is repelling from is the white man. So you've seen it time and time again. When he's ready to move on, he'll murk you and the kids and move on.
But they won't just do it to black women; they do it to white women too.
They do it to their women.
Anybody.
So that's what I'm saying. Is the founder of the patriarchy is the white man. So if you think that he's not intimidated by you at all. You see what I'm saying? He's not intimidated by you. And I think that what they call, I think that when black women get accolades, they get education, they get stripes on their shoulder, this and that, they start looking at that as if that's a form of intimidation, or maybe they even subconsciously use that to intimidate black men to then take us out of the runnings, because a lot of times these type of women want to level up. Look at Kamala Harris.
I think black men are just, I think some black men are just threatened by women that are strong.
Every man is threatened by a woman that's strong. What man wants a strong woman?
I don't mean physically strong.
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
a woman, you know what I mean.
A woman that even classifies herself as strong. These other races of women aren't out here saying we're strong Asian women, we're strong white women. They ain't saying that shit. They getting in line, they getting married, and they building generational wealth.
Because they've never had to say they were strong, because nobody probably has tried to make them feel less than.
Hey,
as often as black men make their women
Coach
feel
T
less
said
than.
white men can't handle black women.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's the whole. Wait, hold on. Wait, what does he mean? Handle? Does he mean handle the attitude, the mentality, the sex? What he talking about? Can't handle? What he got to define can't handle? Because you got to understand, everybody you are unique in this journey. Some people like what the other ones don't like. Some people may like. I may not like how you do this, but then somebody else might say, "Oh, I like that."
Right.
So how can we define what a person likes or doesn't like? And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I dated a white man way before I got married, and he was actually a doctor. And we were together, we lived together, and he loved my personality and this and that and other. But let me tell you something. The only thing about it is when a black woman wants to me, your seeds, you got to think about your seeds and the acceptance in society. You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of things that people have to understand when they get into a realm of relationships. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So, but just because somebody else may not like what I do, maybe a black man say, you know what, I don't like her because she too strong for me. And that white man, you know, and then we gotta understand white men are not strong like black men.
Hey, but then let's take.
It depends on how you see it at that time.
But
they weak entities.
I can't say that about all of them. I done met some solid ass white dudes. They're strong dudes. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit up and say.
I'm talking about in a relationship. I'm talking basically in a relationship.
Right.
Listen, when you put something on that white man, you putting it on him that he ain't never had childhood. They in the twilight zone.
Because they like dominatrix.
Hey, but think about this.
They like domination.
But with the Supreme Court justices, all of them, you don't find that the slightest bit strange?
Well,
I know it can be accounted for in certain situations, because like my man Coach Keith says, statistically, white men don't marry black women. It's really a conversation that just it's not even a high enough percentage to even go anywhere. As far as black women marrying other races of men besides, you know, black. Very rarely does it happen.
Okay, well,
you know, maybe 5%.
Yeah, but if that's the case, if that's the case of the statistics, if you think about it, does that say something positive about that white man that married that black woman? Think about it. The statistics show most
white society isn't finna look at them positively.
Don't marry black women.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no points in white society for marrying a black woman. That's strictly gonna be your personal preference.
That's what.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So that white man is going against the grain to marry that black woman. So that means he might be true to the game and saying, hey, it don't matter what y'all think over here. I love this black woman. She my woman. I'm marrying her, and y'all can kiss my ass because this is who I want. And so he don't went against the grain of his own people.
But all the judges,
so you can flip that around if you think about it.
But all the judges married the white dudes.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Hey, we got another caller coming on. We got a caller coming in right now. All right, 520. We got you in. Big mic drop. What we got?
What up? It's Sheeta Beta, the matriarch. What's going on? How y'all
Hey.
doing?
Matriarch, what's happening? What's happening with you?
Hey.
What's good?
What's up, girl?
I've been trying to get on.
I see you raising your hand. You're raising your hand high over there. Yeah, I think she said hey to you, Ronnie.
Raising my hand.
Hey, girl, what's up?
Yeah, I see your hand raising on my screen over here.
How you doing, Ronnie?
Because we had missed you, girl. Where you been?
You see me?
No, we can't see you.
You haven't been calling us or commenting. I asked Mike about a week or two ago where you were. You've been acting funny.
Yeah, she been
settled and situated.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just moved and everything, so I've been trying to get everything in order. But yeah, I've been missing y'all. I've been trying to keep up, and I missed the show where he gave you a tribute. It was a whole show. Thank you, Ronnie, and I come on at the last minute. I said, shoot.
Yeah, man, we love Ronnie over here, man. Ronnie saved my ass in countless occasions on this show.
Did you relocate to another city, or you just moved in the same city? Did you relocate, Matriarch, or you in the same city?
Location.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on your new spot. Hope you're getting settled in well. So what's your thoughts? Do black women get too much credit? I already know your answer, but go ahead.
Okay, now do they get too much credit for what? Because I done missed out on
for everything. For everything. They done put Maya Angelou.
Woman possibly get too much credit for.
I'm talking about
for being fine.
No, I'm talking about
being,
overall.
Wonderful lovers and givers and carers and nurturers. What is a black woman given too much credit for?
I'm talking about like here recently on the national stage. So I'm talking about, for instance, the election in Georgia. You know, we all busted our ass to get out and vote and change things, right? And then, you know, all of a sudden, the black women got the credit for it. Then, you know, it was dudes out there too.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Then they want to put a black person on the money. They choose Harriet Tubman. Then they decide that, okay, we having a vice president with this Joe Biden guy. I got to pick a black woman. He gets Kamala Harris. Not really a black woman, but okay. It'll pass the sniff test, maybe. All right.
If you got 1% black in you, you are black. She is colored.
She's colored, but she's colored. She's Indian colored. She's what they call sand niggers.
Oh my God.
Hey, so all right. All right. So then
I was looking for
the new quarters come out. They put Maya Angelou on a quarter. So now we get to spend our quarter with George Washington, the slave owner, on the front, and Maya Angelou on the back. And she was a good poet. You know, I'm a Nikki Giovanni guy myself, but Maya Angelou was all right. She was all right.
Yeah.
You know, not all right enough to go on no money.
So,
before Martin Luther King, before Frederick Douglass. I mean, you see what I'm saying here? Our black women getting way too much credit. Now it's time for a Supreme Court. And now they want to make sure they're going to put a black woman on the Supreme Court. Why is everything going to the woman and nothing going to the man?
Well, let's ask the question why they are choosing to create this divide between a black man and a black woman.
There you go. Let's go.
And look at it from that perspective.
Let's go.
Because see, everybody deserves credit where credit is due.
That's right.
To be put on a coin that, number one, is not produced by we the people. It's produced by a corrupt government system, which they're running out of coins anyway. You can't even get coins at the bank no more, for real.
Right.
Maybe that's why they put us on them.
How they issue out coins.
Right.
That's why, that's exactly why. Now they want to, at the last, when things are about to change, then they want to produce something to make the quote unquote black people feel like America, the United States, is doing something for them. And then once it breaks down, once the economic system breaks down and the money is no longer useful, then that just goes to tell the story and the agenda of how they're using this symbolic coin. This coin is to symbolize the ending of something.
Probably the coin itself. They're probably going to go to cryptocurrency and we don't even know it. That's a deep thought.
If you know what I know.
So my man, Coach Keith, says Maya Angelou had 3 white husbands, bro. 3 white husbands.
Yeah.
And she was a prostitute.
Yep, she did.
She was a prostitute.
Yeah, she was.
Well, Michael, look at it like this.
Let me say this is information. Where does information come from?
That came from her. She wrote that in her autobiography. Yeah, she got illegitimate kids and all that stuff. Yeah, she got kids she gave away and everything.
True facts in her biography.
Yeah.
Those are true facts.
Yeah, she did that.
But however, we still can't take away from who Maya Angelou was.
Right.
So I don't want to water her down because I love Maya Angelou. I truly, and she was significant and highly intellectual in her wording, and deep in her wording, in her poems, her poets, you know. So, but you're right. But they are going symbolically, but because it definitely, this cryptocurrency is definitely taking shape, and it's that stuff is for real. Matter of fact, my own son and his wife have over $1 million already in cryptocurrency right now. They started there when it first hit because they're very this young generation, they're very intellectual on this stocks and bonds and keeping up with those numbers and how they go up and down. So, but that cryptocurrency is definitely because at first they were trying, Ma, you need to. I'm like, no, I don't know about all that because I don't know about all that yet. But you have to go with the change. You can't stop the money from you. One thing I learned in America, we cannot stop the flow of however the currency goes.
Right.
That's what we cannot stop.
No, we can't.
Unless you get someone in there. Unless you get someone in there that. But then that's kind of scary. You know, currency is what makes the world go round. Whether it's a coin, a dollar, whatever, crypto, because that crypto stuff is truly real. At first,
and
I
it
thought
changes.
Like, weird. It's gonna be a phase and this and that.
No, because at one point the dollar value had went down so low that people were using it to set fire to burn in their fireplaces. I saw that in history books. Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at Germany before World War One, or actually not it was after World War One. I think it was when it was the Weimar Republic before the Nazis came to power. That's actually what they were using to light their stoves was dollars because it was cheaper than wood. They were trying to cook by using the the Deutschmark. Yeah.
So maybe the value of the coin is going down. I agree with Matriarch. It's a reason that they did it.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, we can.
Mike,
go
one
ahead.
thing that you said.
Go ahead.
One thing you said, Mike. That really, that I totally am in agreement with you on is now not to take from Harriet Tubman, of course, and Maya Angelou, but you're right. Why would Dr. Martin Luther King not be the first person on any trade of currency or coin? You're right.
Frederick Douglass was the president of the Freedmen's Bank.
Definitely Frederick Douglass.
He was the president of the Freedmen's Bank. He should definitely be on the currency.
That's right.
He should definitely be on currency before anybody else. But see, is it that the world is so afraid?
Something to think about.
Yeah. Oh, I'm putting it out here, man. These are things to think about. So hold on, let's see what Coach Keith says. Coach Keith says, but a black man who was married to a white woman would get no love from black women. Facts. Absolutely. Real facts.
I don't have a problem with it.
You're gonna get called all type of sellouts.
He said what now?
A black man who gets married to a white woman will get no love from black women.
From black women that are intimidated by white women, but a woman that's not intimidated by a white woman wouldn't care, because if I see it, I don't care.
I mean, it's people out there that aren't. Everybody isn't closed-minded, and that's, you know, what I'm saying. The reason I'm dealing with people, the reason we're attracted to each other as people is because we're all of like mind and open minds. Right. But we do have to realize that we're not like everybody else. If you go out here with a white woman, you're gonna get some flack. You're gonna get some flack.
You know, Mike, I personally don't care. First of all, I am interracial, and I'm proud of that. However, as a people, no matter what, we have to embrace what we are and be proud of what we are, period. Right. But I would say this about the black man and the white woman, the white man, the black woman, whatever. First of all, people can love and choose who they want. Now, the problem I have with that is only if a black man feels that a black woman or any other woman is inferior to that white woman.
Right.
Now, you know, because we have the ones that say, "Oh, I married this woman because I love her." A black man says, "I married this woman because I love her, not because of her skin tone." And then you have some that say, "Oh, I married her because she's white, because I can't deal with black women and their attitude."
It's two kinds.
Right.
It's true.
Hey, until you get hemmed up by a family at the picnic.
But Mike,
at the picnic by our cousins. And then you understand where you at.
Back to what we were saying, Mike. The fact that these.
Go ahead, Ronnie.
I was just gonna say, the fact that these women have white husbands. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe that's the only way they got into those circles. So maybe that white husband was actually a blessing to these black women.
I'm worried about how it's gonna be a blessing to me. You going to my Supreme Court. I don't give a damn about your life up to the point. All I care about how you can serve me. And if you can't serve me on the most base level at the house, getting down and dirty for your crown, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
that's a fair concern. But
that's a concern for me.
Right.
If you're not busting it wide open for a black dude and it's this little goofy looking dude, you know what I'm saying? And no.
But for those black women that we're speaking of, those very successful black women, to them, that white man was their blessing because they might not have even been in the circle to be considered as good enough to be in those positions. So for them, it's a blessing.
It's good for them. But when you're going into public service, I need to know. I'm Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately?
But I mean, that's what anybody going into that office. We want somebody that's fair across the board because it doesn't mean because they're black they're going to be less fair to blacks than a white person would be.
She's probably going to be less fair to black men than she will be to white men. Because when she looks at white men, she's going to be looking at her son from his white daddy.
No, she could be looking at her husband because her son ain't probably gonna look like a man.
But he's still getting raised like a white man because his daddy's there. You know what I'm saying? Kids, like mixed kids whose daddies are white, they get raised like white dudes. And a lot of the girls whose mamas are white get raised like white girls. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You're going to get raised like
for the girls.
Whatever your same-sex parent is that's in the house, you're going to more than likely take after them. At least the first.
I found that to be true, yeah.
Coach Keith said he agrees, sister, but black women presume that black men don't respect black women when they marry white women. Good point.
That's a very good point.
Everybody's really over hypersensitive.
I've already.
Go ahead.
Well, I already defined the two different types of those men. You know.
Yes, you did.
When you have a black man that feels like, oh, I'm gonna marry this white chick over here because I can't deal with the black woman. Because when you start putting everybody in a box, you know, maybe you had a problem with maybe you dated a black chick that was tripping. Right. But that don't mean all black women in America or the world are like that. So that means that you have taken this one or two instances and characterize everybody in the box. So that makes that person ignorant. So whenever,
but as black women, we are stereotyped.
You say what? As black women?
Now, what I had a question.
Yeah, we are stereotyped.
What's your question, Sabrina?
I was looking on one of the comments, you know. Now let me tell you, Third Moon Chop, he said we got to erase Obama out of Black history. Now I ain't that.
I'm with him.
Obama, I don't understand
I can't stand him.
I don't understand the black hate towards Obama. I hear a lot of men.
Obama didn't do nothing for us. He did nothing for us. He did zero for us. No. He did nothing for black men. Obama did nothing for black men.
Mike,
go ahead.
Can I say this? Can I please say this?
You say
this is what I think where we get lost at. When you're the president of the United States of America, you are the president of America, not black, not white.
I gotta fairly ask you.
For America.
No, that's not true. Donald Trump was president for white folks.
Not all white folks, lower class white folks.
Joe Biden got in the office and made legislation specifically for Asian people. We cannot use this no more. They can do what they want to do. They can make policies and executive orders for whatever group they want to.
Okay, wait.
They
can. That was Joe Biden. What I'm saying is Obama was in there trying to do what's right for America, not one or two or three of this person or that color. He was trying to make it for each and every American under the Constitution. We cannot see. I
can't do it.
I know I'll be on.
I can't agree with it. Like I said, Joe Biden got in and straight up said Asians getting money. Asians getting money, Asians getting legislation. And so that threw that whole myth down the drain that the president can't do what he want to do.
But they can do what they want to do because we see Trump. He used all his presidential power. Trump used every single president. You know how many laws he signed? He abused his presidential power.
He used it.
Abused it.
He used it. No, he just used it.
He abused his power. Okay, well, Biden.
No, funny.
But you did not see president. Let me tell you something. President Obama was the one president in the United States history. You can look it up and research it. He very, very rarely used his presidential power for anything.
But hold on. How's that a good thing? How's that a good thing that you the president who barely use your presidential power for anything? How's that make you good at your job?
Didn't you just say let the Congress and the Senate decide? And that's what he did. He put it in the power of the Congress and the Senate to vote what he felt would be. They would choose what was right for the people. The United States Constitution says we the people, not black people, white people, pink people.
Well, I know
we the people of the United States of America.
Well, I know gay people left the Obama administration with legislation. Gay people left the Obama administration with legislation, specific legislation. Black people didn't leave with shit.
I came with you and Sabrina every week, y'all.
Unless you were gay and black, you didn't leave with nothing from Obama.
Tell me, what was he? Let me ask you. Give me an example of what he was supposed to leave with the black people on.
Man, look, man. If you the first president,
like what was he supposed to leave?
If you the first president,
he went and he fought and he changed laws against police officers.
No, he didn't.
For abuse.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't, because all of that stuff happened his last year in office. We got Third Moon Chop in the building. Third Moon Chop. Hey, he's here to defend himself, Sabrina.
Hey,
what do you say?
No offense.
Hey,
no offense.
Who am I?
I know you love
this Third Moon Chop.
Thought that it was
wait, I can't.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sabrina, we got Third Moon Chop on the line.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Go ahead, Chop.
Okay, Mr. Sabrina. I know.
Hey.
I know you was hypnotized with the Obama campaign and stuff, just like me. I went and voted too.
No, I'm not hypnotized. Well, hold on. Let me stop you right there, brother. My mind is too strong and too intellectual to be hypnotized. Wait a minute.
No fact.
Hold on, he calling to defend himself, Sabrina.
I'm not
He calling to defend himself because you called him out.
I don't want him to say I was hypnotized.
But you called him out. You can't determine what he says.
No facts in what he's saying.
Go ahead.
But he said I was hypnotized. No, I'm not hypnotized. I might be hip, but I'm not hypnotized.
Okay, where do Obama rank in all black leaders contribute to America? Where Obama rank?
I don't know where he ranked because I ain't trying to keep up with his rankings.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I haven't kept up with his rankings because I can't be worried about what the.
Like I say,
well, tell me. So why do you feel like Obama needs to be? First of all, he will never be erased from black history. He will never be erased.
How many white presidents have we had before Obama?
A lot.
Okay,
but that's what I'm saying. Why would you want him erased?
Because he set the tone for us to never, ever get that opportunity again. If we'd have been through all this slavery and all this type of shit we'd have been through as black people and still going through, and you get in the chair and you don't try to change nothing, you went in talking about change. The only thing you change is the bathroom, gay stalls, stuff.
Well, what was he? Tell me something specific that he had the power to change specifically with the black people. Tell me something that he could change.
He could have gave us some money.
Personally, could change as the president.
He could have gave us some money. He could have acted like that. He could have gave us some money. America owes us money.
Okay, but
America owes us a shit ton of money. America owes us a shit ton of money.
Reparations right now.
Okay,
they keep talking about it, but they ain't gonna do nothing about it.
If the first black president, what is his responsibility? If you're the first black president, you have a responsibility.
Your responsibility is to get in office and show them that black people don't act an ass everywhere they go.
You had 15 white boys before that. You had 15 white boys before that.
He might,
you
but guess
already
what?
had America with the 50 white boys before that.
Okay, but let me ask you something like this: if this man went in there as a president trying to truly represent the United States of America, why would he? No.
Hey, why was he the? Why was he the one to go kill Gaddafi?
President, you ain't gonna do nothing for us.
Why was he the one that had to go kill Gaddafi? After all these white folks been dealing with Gaddafi for years, why did the black man have to become the president to go kill the other black man?
He was
Gaddafi ain't nothing to talk about. He wasn't right.
How do we know?
Hold on. You trying to tell me that you supported Gaddafi? Right. No, but no.
No. All I'm trying to say is Gaddafi? I know what Gaddafi was doing. I know what Gaddafi was doing. But why did the black man, Gaddafi been doing the same? No. Gaddafi been doing the same thing that he been doing since he took over throughout all the presidents.
Okay,
so why did the black president have to go kill Gaddafi? Why did he have to be the one to go kill our brother in Africa? I'm not saying I'm a Gaddafi person, but Gaddafi was a black man, a black Arab.
Well, Mike, one thing Michelle and Obama did do.
Hey, hold on. The same way he told the same way he told Putin, the same way he told the same way he told Putin he better not even try him. That's what he did. The same way he told Putin don't try him, and he didn't. And then Trump came into office, the white man, and cozied up with the enemy. And we know he is definitely. Well, go ahead, brother. You can vote, and guess what? And you know what? And that's what makes this America. You can vote for a wall if they put it on a ballot. That's what.
Well, one thing I like about Obama and Michelle, they didn't make black folks look ignorant in the White House.
They actually made us look. Let me pull this up, man.
If Obama had a third term, I would vote for him again. So we can, you vote for who you like.
But Mike, you don't think that Obama and Michelle are a good example?
Hey, why do you think?
Already made the world gay, man.
What makes you think that we're not already in the third Obama term?
Honestly, I'm not.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me bring it back in. Wait, Mike. Hold on.
Wait, Mike.
Hold on, Sabrina.
Back in.
Let me bring it back in. Let me bring it back in. What makes you think we're not already in the third Obama term?
Because Joe Biden is his boy.
Well, he can't run again.
No, we're already Joe Biden.
Well, that's cool too, and guess what? And that's cool too, and guess what? That's cool too. And I would say it like this: I would vote for Biden again before I vote for that stinking tail Trump.
Hey, shout out! Shout out to my man Noble.
He sure don't want my people. He sure don't want no black asses in America.
I can't.
And they blind like Ray Charles.
What is the difference between Trump and Obama?
What's the difference? Brother, if I have to tell you the difference, I can't help you. First of all, ain't nobody came and there no insurrection in the United States Capitol. Didn't nobody tell the Proud Boys stand back and stand by. Proud Boys is for you. They want to hang you and lynch you and kill you. They want to hang you and lynch you and kill you, and all your black children running around America is what Trump was about. Oh yeah. If you, well, then who?
What makes you think? What makes you think Joe Biden ain't about that though? Why do you think Biden ain't about that though?
Hold on, brother. If you real, so you said I was hypnotized. I got a question. Are you hypnotized? Because I'm very woke. I am very woke. And guess what? But at the end of the day, but watch this. But
I'm not voting for a person because he's black. You did that.
But who told you that? Did you ever hear me say that?
Why did you vote?
You never heard. You never heard one.
No.
For one thing, he's intellectual. One thing, he's educated. And wait a minute, hold on. Let me finish. And what he was, hold on, let me finish. And what he was speaking on may not benefit your family, but it may benefit my family.
Hold on. Hey.
Wait a minute. What do a gay person have to do with anything? I'm not gay. Wait a minute, brother. Hold on, brother.
I'm not making
it sound like you got an issue. It sounds the whole time you keep coming back gay.
Making this up. That's your president.
Wait a minute. Wait. If you homophobic, that don't have nothing to do with it.
Hey, we don't use that word on this show. We don't use homophobic on the show.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, because he keeps talking about gay. I'm a grown woman with children that had 5 children out my womb. I'm totally not gay. But what I would say about this, wait a minute, hold on. Let me finish. But what somebody,
Go on, wrap it up so we can move the show along.
Wait a minute, Mike. Hold on, Mike. But what someone chooses to do, wait a minute, Mike. Hold on, Mike.
All you keep saying is wait a minute. Let's move the show along. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
What someone, let me tell you, what someone chooses to do in their personal bedroom, I might be a freak. But that ain't no business. It ain't nobody's business.
Hey.
It ain't nobody's business. What somebody do in their bedroom.
I get it.
Obama went by the United States Constitution that says everyone has a right to equality, and that means gay, straight, white, black.
They don't say
So,
that don't mean be gay. What the
It
fuck?
means equality. Look up equal rights. Equal.
Can I say something, please, that I've been trying to say for a long time?
I'm about to mute y'all. I'm muting y'all. I'll bring y'all off of mute in a minute. Go ahead, Ronnie.
I just want to say the one thing that I think Obama did accomplish. He got in there, he set his ass down, and he proved not all black people have to act a fool, have to have affairs, have to be on drugs, have to have illegitimate babies. So I think he set a very good example, and so did Michelle. If he didn't do anything else for black people, he did make us look halfway decent, wholly decent. I think he did an excellent job with that.
But why does
give him some credit?
I look, man, I get all of these things that we're supposed to give him credit for, but here's the deal. I need you to do a job for me, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. I don't care. I don't care about the kids looking cute. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I need you to do things for me. You are the president, not a role model. I'm not looking up to this nigga. Not looking up to his family. I need you to do things for me. I voted for you to be like, hey, I need to make life better for Mike. Not when you getting out of office, cops killing niggas left and right, and you do nothing. You don't make Baylor Ginsburg old ass retire so you can do something. You see what I mean? I don't care about all that other fairy tale Camelot stuff.
They're appointed for life.
But see, you put pressure. You see what that
are there for life.
No, you see what Trump did? Do you see what Trump did? Do you see what Trump did?
What did he do?
Trump was a bully.
Retire. He made them retire.
But that's bullying.
Retire. No.
And that's age discrimination too. Obama was a better man to not do that.
Democratic talking points, because guess what? It's y'all's rights that are on the motherfucking line. Because niggas, black men ain't never had none. So it's y'all women's rights that are on the line right now.
Hold on.
While y'all talking about age discrimination and all of this stuff.
It is age discrimination.
I get it, but guess what? Women ain't gonna be able to have abortions for the next 2 generations because he packed the courts with young people. Look at the courts.
Okay, wait a minute.
Once that makes it back to the Supreme Court, it's over with.
Is that going to be a federal law, or will it be state by state like it is now?
That would be a federal law. Once the Supreme Court makes a ruling on it, and it is going to the Supreme Court. Abortion. It is going to the Supreme Court.
Abortion law?
Yes. And it's not coming back.
It's in the Supreme Court, but each state still can regulate that.
No, each state can regulate it, and because Roe versus Wade has not been overturned. Once they overturn Roe versus Wade, it's over with.
Yeah, but that's true.
That's closer than what y'all think. So while y'all worried about these old motherfuckers getting fair treatment while you going to work at 89, 90 years old, trying to be power hungry and
that's the way it was set up, though.
Yes, it's set up that way to
so
keep
if I was 80 years old, I would take advantage of the system too if it was set up to keep me in office and I'm getting a check.
Well, the lady that Trump put in, the last lady was what, 42, 43? So look how long she gonna be there.
Oh, you talking about no? You talking about the white lady?
Yeah.
Oh man,
how long she gonna be there?
Start with her.
How long she gonna be there?
40 more years, I guess.
40 more years.
Herbert put in there.
Who? Oh, we can't talk about people like that. Tasha K just got hit with $4 million. So the man was found not guilty.
The Supreme Court,
and actually, he's the only one that is halfway friendly to the left in the Supreme Court. Kavanaugh. Strangely, the same people that that wanted to get rid of him, he's actually the one that made dissent to go with the left in decisions. And the left want to get rid of him.
That's true.
Because what the old four-eyed lady said that happened in high school that she didn't want to say nothing about until he was getting ready to go to the Supreme Court. Then she realized she had to do something.
Exactly.
This is all cap.
And guess what? And if, now watch this, Ronnie. Now the flip side to this is we're talking about a black woman possibly getting into, or a woman possibly getting into the Supreme Court seat, right?
Right.
Now, them other women that's on the Supreme Court, they're not gonna. That's why. Don't you think the strategy is for him to put a woman in that seat so they can't overturn Roe versus Wade?
They're still gonna they're gonna overturn Roe versus Wade. They could do that without it. Every liberal judge on the Supreme Court is only 3, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg went off and tried to work till she was 96. Yeah, it's 3.
But this other judge is getting ready to retire. He's getting ready to retire before they have came to that decision.
It's still only going to be 3.
Retire, so
they're replacing like for like. Do you see what I'm saying? They're replacing like for like. Well, so all they're doing is replacing him. They're not gaining any kind of foothold.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to. This is what I believe that I believe keeping up with it that's going to happen. They're not going to overturn Roe versus Wade. They're going to make a determination on how many weeks is it that you can have an abortion. That's what the holdup is. They're trying to see at what determination is having an abortion, and is this is this baby vital at this point? That's what.
Because all they're gonna do is cause a problem. People gonna go back to doing abortions with clothes hangers. People gonna go get killed.
You take your ass and go ahead and do one with a clothes hanger.
That's what's gonna happen.
Okay,
I'm just saying that's what these young girls gonna do. They're making a problem.
I am totally cool with that. Yeah. Go do it. Go do it.
Are you're not pro-choice? I am totally pro-choice. I'm not pro-life.
I'm not pro-choice. I don't have the choice. I don't have the choice not to pay child support and walk out and abandon my kids. So it ain't no choice. It is not a choice. It's either you pro-natalist or you anti-natalist. They were just talking about pregnancy here because it's not a choice.
Well,
it's not choices. You see what I'm saying?
I'm pro-choice. Whatever I feel like want to do with my body, I'm gonna do it. I'm pro-choice, and I'm speaking as a woman. Now, you can't tell me, first of all.
But you can tell drug addicts what they could do with their body. You as a woman would probably sit, you're in law enforcement, right? You would tell a drug addict what they could do with their body.
No, I'm not going to tell them what they can do with their body. I can try to give them some advice.
You're going to punish them for what they do with their body. But you're gonna punish them. If somebody's on probation, if somebody's on probation and they go smoke weed and come piss hot, they getting punished for doing what they want to do with their body.
Because I smoke weed when I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing because if I want to smoke weed, I'm smoking some weed and I am an armed officer. So and then guess what? What you gonna do? Because I'm pro weed.
No, we talking about drugs.
Now what?
We talking about drugs. Are you pro heroin?
No, I ain't gonna smoke no crack cocaine.
I'm not saying what you're gonna do. Are you willing to let the next man smoke it?
Let me tell you.
And do his thing.
That's what they choose to do with their body. If that's what they choose, as long as they ain't hurt nobody physically and put nobody in harm's way, I don't care if they walk down the street naked smoking a crap pipe. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Freeman's Journal said, I can feel her strongness.
I'm not calling no police. I don't care because guess what? That ain't my business. This is the United States of America.
No, but
what have a right to choose what they do, how they do it, as long as you don't hurt and harm the next fellow person.
Why don't men have the right to choose? Why don't men have the right to choose? This is what
they can choose. They can pay for the abortion.
This is part of the question.
Yeah, there you go, Ronnie.
This is part of the question.
That $300 or $600. Dish it out.
This is the part of the question. This is why I asked this question. This is why there's a manosphere, Ronnie. This is why there's a manosphere.
I don't agree with the manosphere at all.
You don't agree with it, but this is why it's here.
I mean,
because y'all crybabies.
For every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction.
That's true.
And as long as niggas crying, I would consider myself blessed. Because honestly, it ain't like feminists got no army that could stop an uprising. The dudes just decided we're going to say, fuck it, we're just going to take the shit back over.
So then why y'all so threatened by it?
It's just a matter of dudes saying that they ready for a change, and it's over with. Because the cops y'all want to call are men. The firefighters y'all want to call are men. The military y'all gonna want to call are men. The mechanics y'all want to call are men. The cable man, all these motherfuckers are men.
So why does the manosphere exist if you guys are that powerful enough to just take it back? Why even form a manosphere to take it back?
The manosphere exists because feminism exists. The black manosphere exists because black feminism exists.
But the white men don't have a white manosphere.
The white men have a manosphere. Yeah, you got to get deeper. The white manosphere is what the black manosphere comes off of. And those dudes don't play the radio. Shit,
black men are running it in the ground.
No, they got a whole movement. And the white men in the manosphere be talking about way more hardcore shit than what the black.
But the white men's manosphere, is it against the white woman or is it against black men? Because the black men's manosphere is against black women.
It's against white women. The manosphere is against feminism.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna let you speak on it because you know about it. I don't know
because you got feminist dudes out here too. See, our biggest problem isn't the women. Our biggest problem in defeating feminism is these feminist ass dudes out here. That's the problem. It's the dudes that are feminists out here. You see what I'm saying? That's the biggest problem. It's not that the dudes that black men have a problem, taking control of our community. You just got another group of black men that are a buffer that are protecting y'all. Supposedly.
Thank God for those guys.
Yeah, they usually the dudes with no jobs, the hotel motherfuckers, the dirty motherfuckers that's sleeping on your couch. That's usually the guy that's going to protect you.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? Because the guy that's out working, trying to build a better life, trying to really take control and jug his circumference, he's not a feminist. He may respect women. You don't have to disrespect women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be disrespectful to women to be a man.
Yeah.
But is it looking like women have to be disrespectful to men to be a woman nowadays?
And you're right. And let me tell you, and I will say this, Mike. You understand what I'm saying? See, because now I will say this, Ronnie. There are more good men out here taking care of their children, being there for their children, and they do end up on child support out of a woman being spiteful because they have possibly moved on.
That's true.
And that's wrong.
I've seen that before many times.
I know that for a fact.
Yes.
I know that for a fact. Most deadbeat men out here for real, they don't take care of their kids and they might not never even get no child support papers. But men that's really standing up, truly taking care of their children, they are getting downtrodden and they are getting dogged out. And you know what I've seen also, they still be going and getting their children and taking care of their children even though they fighting up against the system. And that is wrong. As a woman, women, I'm just gonna put an FY out there for people listening on your show. FY, women, if you that type of chick, you need to go to hell.
Shout out to that.
Go to hell. With gasoline draws.
Go to hell with gasoline draws. Cause see, here's the deal. If you lay down with a dude, and you have a dude's child, you are beholden to that dude. It's not a situation where you could just move on.
Again. You what now?
You're beholden to that dude. You have a child.
For 18 years, right?
Yeah.
18 years, however many years. You have a child.
That's for life.
You have a child. You've made a family with this dude. And
really,
you chose to do that pro-choice.
Really, it's for life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
and honestly, Mike, really it's for life, because that person may go on to have children, grandchildren,
Right.
great grandchildren.
That's
fine
true.
for life, whether y'all living in the same household or y'all a couple or not. So, but now well, let me put it this way. And to the women out here that really truly do have deadbeat men in their lives, they can go to hell too. Them men. I'm saying, let me flip that script.
Absolutely.
Go both ways.
Look, I'm all about accountability. And see,
Right.
me and Palmer talked about this the other day, why we don't talk about it, but we both understand and acknowledge that, yes, there are dudes out here that aren't doing their part. And that's for the women to talk about.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We're on the side of men.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Period. I love my mama, love my sister, love my wife, love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would never do anything to disrespect y'all.
Right. Thank you.
You see what I mean? I would never let somebody roll up on the scene and do anything to either one of y'all. Not while I'm there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I have to bend and cave to every little whim. You know, I don't have to say Maya Angelou wasn't a prostitute in order to be respectful and be a man. I don't have to, I don't have to agree with what Obama did.
But let's just go back to, why is it a problem that Black women are getting all of this credit?
It's not a problem that Black women are getting it. It's a problem that Black men aren't getting any when we contribute. But then, like I said, when you look at these Black women, they're backed by white guys. So then, once again, no credit for the Black men. Like I say, until Frederick Douglass and Martin Luther King get on some money, I don't want to see no other Black person on no money. And that's just my 2 cents.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Freeman's Journal wants me to define getting credit.
You're right.
So defining getting credit means that for the things the contributions we've made to this society. Because like it or not, believe it or not, we got Noble in the building. Let me go ahead and get them on. Yo, we got Noble in the building. What's happening, man?
Hey.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going? Drop something on us, man. What's happening?
Well, my apologies for not being cammed up. My camera's acting goofy.
It's all good.
Because I wanted to see you.
It's all good.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So, do Black women get too much credit? Entirely, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
It's not even a question. It's actually extremely disrespectful, the amount of credit that they are getting. Because you know what I talk about. You know, your channel may not know what I talk about, but Black females have murdered 23 million children in their wombs alone. It's like if you go to a financial advisor, and the only thing he doesn't know how to do is anything finances. How valuable is he? You got one job. If you've seen, you've allowed, you'll get on, be cute, be on the internet, be on the show, be on the magazine, be at the club, be at the store, outfit on, and you're running around talking about men when you are slaughtering children. You are running Holocaust numbers.
Oh yeah, them Nazi numbers.
This is war criminal numbers. And y'all know what's going on. I'm only talking about the children that have died. Now let's take 2 steps back, right? Last time I was on here, we was talking about religion.
Yeah.
Right.
The anti-religion is Satanism.
Right.
And in these fanatical, crazy ass religions, you have child sacrifices.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So
sacrifice for the bad.
Like the satanic rituals, right? You have these child sacrifices. And they looking for the Antichrist to come, and they always say that the Antichrist is going to be a world religion. But we have it. The time we're breathing right now, we have that world religion. It's called feminism. And for feminism, the last 60 years, there have been 60 million child sacrifices. 60 million.
Oh, wow.
Why do we sacrifice the children? Why are they dying? Oh, so a female can and not mess up her body, so she can be in the cute little picture with her friends and not miss out,
And keep fucking. Hold on. And keep fucking.
Right. Keep on fucking.
Keep fucking wrong.
So she can
keep that up. Yeah.
Keep going to a college and to get a degree for a career she never retires from or never gets into in the first place. So you're really just killing your child for comfort. But you'll sit on the internet, or you'll sit at the salon, or you'll sit at work, or you'll sit at the phone in the kitchen and run your mouth about some man or some other female when y'all haven't done y'all goddamn job. Credit for what? If another brother like me in the man, or maybe in the manosphere, say, we did our job, I'll probably slap the shit out of him because we have not.
We haven't done our job. No.
We haven't done it.
Right.
I'm not letting no man get away with that.
What if those women that are getting the credit are not the same women that are pro-choice? I mean, just because I'm pro-choice doesn't mean that woman is
absolutely. That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. That means absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna explain that why. We've all been little, and we all have been in a house where we taking care of children. If your ass was supposed to wash the dishes, the big one, the little one, and the middle one, it don't mean shit if it doesn't matter which one of y'all didn't do it. When mama come home, grandma come home, daddy come home, them goddamn dishes supposed to be done. It don't mean a bit of difference. That's your job. It ain't the white lady job to leave out her yard and come in your yard and fix your shit. You supposed to handle your business. She's your responsibility. She is your responsibility.
Nobody has control over me, so I cannot fault another woman for my shortcomings. If I decide to go and have an abortion in the morning, I cannot fault another woman who did not stop me because it's not her place to stop me.
You can't stop her from being in your
credit. Deserve the credit that they're getting. I don't.
You can stop her from being in your presence.
Yeah, I can do that, but I can't say she doesn't deserve the credit that she deserved because she may have a master's degree and she may deserve to be whatever her title is. So for us to say that a black woman should not get the credit deserved, she shouldn't be.
Let's revisit that real fast.
A white man, it doesn't make sense.
Let's revisit that real fast. We talking now. Look at the two things that you mentioned. Yeah, all right about that. She earned her degree. Does a degree compare to being a mother? Which one came first? What I'm saying is, because I make a mistake, I'm not going to hold her accountable because she's my coworker, because she's my friend. She can only tell me, girl, don't go do that. But if I do it anyway, it's not on her. So I'm not going to take credit from her as a person because other women are having shortcomings. That's not fair.
I'm straight up the middle, right? I explained that in the beginning. I'm straight up the middle with this, right? So if a man was murdering children,
right?
Everybody, regardless of what they did, would want him held accountable.
Indeed.
I would want a woman held just as accountable.
But what we do is we say that what is happening is not a life. It's not murder. It's not this. It's not that. We just calling it something else. But just because it's a medical procedure that ends up in the loss of a life, regardless of what anybody wants to say or not, we can say it's a collection of cells, it's this and that. Like I said, if it wasn't a life, there wouldn't be medical care available for it if you did want to keep it.
Okay, another
and you wouldn't be able to go back in court and sue a motherfucker for child support back to gestation periods.
I mean, that's the way of the world. We want people punished when they kill people, then we turn around and give them the electric chair. I mean, that's the way of the world. Nothing is going to be exactly how it should be. And I mean, you can't say.
But then if something is out of place, then everything needs to be out of place.
Everything is out of place. That's the problem with the world. Everything is already out of place. But it's not up to black women alone to fix it because black men are not getting the credit that they feel that they should get. Don't go against the black woman and fight us. Fight the white man because he's the one keeping you guys from getting this credit that you feel you deserve, not us as black women.
No, it's not. We're not fighting the black women. And
that's what the manosphere feels like to me, though. I could be wrong, but it feels like
the manosphere is fighting feminism. Now, if all black women want to identify as black feminists,
I'm not a feminist.
Then you join in the losing battle. See, because if you're not a feminist, then the manosphere shouldn't offend you.
Indeed.
I'm not offended by the manosphere. I'm offended about the way that they speak about women as a whole. They put all of us together.
No, they're not talking about you. And that's what a lot of women have to understand.
So they need to clarify that. They can't
clarify that. They can't clarify that and get the message across.
Until they clarify it, I'm going to feel like I'm in that we're all in a bubble.
They can't clarify how you feel.
Right. They can't clarify that. See, the thing about it, you got women that's prominent in the manosphere as well.
That's true.
You have red pill women. I mean, I don't know if y'all checked out the Crimson Cure, but she go hard on chicks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like the man that you say is a feminist for women. So what's the difference in her going hard against other females? Everybody that you guys go against
think about this, because a woman that's on the side of men is actually in order.
Why is that?
Ask God. I don't know.
Listen,
a woman that's on the side of a man is actually in order. And that, it doesn't matter the race of the man.
So why don't y'all get on the side of us and we'll still be on the side of each other?
A man isn't supposed to lead. A man is not supposed to be led by a woman.
Well, don't take that out on the woman. Take it out on the people that's making us, giving us the credit. That doesn't make sense.
No. I'm never upset about who's giving you the credit. We already know that. My problem is, why are you taking it? Why are you taking it?
So if they're giving her the opportunity to be a justice, she should say no. Give it to a black man. As a black woman, I don't want it. That would be stupid on her part. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say it's not.
A black woman married to a black man may say that, but they not picking black women married to black men. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. A black woman that has a relationship with a black man may want to see a man empowered.
But as that black woman that's
empowered, right?
Right, but as that black woman in her position, we all know that she has a white husband, but that's her life. That is her truth. So because she's married to a white man, she has this great opportunity. Just because she's married to a white man and other black people have a problem with that, she should say, you know what? I'm not going to take this position because other black people may feel like I'm out of line. No, that's not how it goes.
Of course she's not going to take that.
Right. So why are we mad at her about that?
Because I already know what she's going up there to do. And I'll just keep it a buck. She's going up there to promote, right to choose, and a bunch of other shit that ain't got nothing to do with me as a black man. Yeah. I'm not going to get any credit. I'm not going to get any consideration. I don't care whose fault it is. It's still my rights being trampled on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
So you would rather a white person you would rather a white person be the one to trample on that than a black woman because she has a white husband.
Absolutely, because that's what white folks here to do.
Well, that's what I said. The manosphere.
A white person is actually doing what they've been doing.
Women.
They've not stopped what they're doing. They've just incorporated a sidekick in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
They've been able to infiltrate. They've been able to infiltrate black people's homes, i.e., through giving the woman all the damn credit.
Uh-huh.
All the legal power, all the credit, all the housing, all the resources.
Okay, when they stop giving us credit all to Asian people only and LGBTQIA plus whatever else it is, will you black men be satisfied when black women get no credit?
No, because
credit at all.
No, what's going to happen is y'all are
not going to go back and say you were wrong.
Because a lot of y'all, not you, but what I'm saying is a lot of black women are amen and champion those movements that are actually eventually going to replace y'all.
Indeed.
They don't care about none of us. So
and it won't.
And we should be fighting this together. We shouldn't be nesting. First of all, I'll say this: anybody that's a judge to me, you've already sold out. Because you've nested in a system. You're not going to sit up and get me to believe that you're revolting and you're fighting a good fight from within the comforts of the system, getting $200,000 a year. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Married to your white woman, married to your white man. No, there are no black spouses on the motherfucking Supreme Court.
Amen.
No black spouses in anybody on the Supreme Court, even Clarence Thomas.
Well, we already know what he's been about.
There are no complete black families at the heights of power in this country. And even though Obama's weren't, because he was mixed. Then was not black man ears that nigga got.
Everybody is mixed with something, Mike.
No, he was mixed.
I mean,
and raised by them.
Yeah, he was raised by them.
He was raised by them. So, you know, it just, you know.
So
this, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sabrina.
So this is okay. This is okay. This is woo, child. Okay, so Mike, let me. Okay, can I say this as an interracial and them, like you said, true interracial.
Okay.
We cannot judge people. We cannot judge people by their skin tone and what they're mixed with or who they are with. Because then we have lost the true effect. Wait, let me finish. If you do your research right here in this city of Mobile, Alabama, for 17 years, matter of fact, they had me on the news not too long ago about, you know what they called me here that I didn't even know?
What?
A local icon. I'm interracial, but I have been fighting for civil rights and the rights of the people, going against the Caucasians or some, even the black skin, dark skin that's on that other side with Caucasians and they dark skin for the white man in this city. So when we start getting caught up in white, black, pink, or purple, then we kind of lose the effect, because each individual person, human in this United States of America, in the world, have their own brain.
But the color issue is not mine to let go. Respectfully,
wait,
Sabrina, the color issue is not mine to let go. I didn't create it.
No. I didn't say let it go, but I'm saying when we start judging people based on who they choose as a spouse or just their skin tone only, then that's not no, because guess what? It's some white folks out here. Let's take the George Floyd incident, right?
Let's not.
You've seen a lot of.
Let's not. Let's not take that. That's not a good example.
But what I'm saying is, we cannot say that the other side there are not people or have not been people or even still are people on the other side fighting for a cause.
That was never the argument. That was never the argument. The argument was look at who they put up front. If they are putting one of us there, somebody that's mixed is somebody that they raised. That's what we were saying.
Didn't he say the black woman that's married to the white man would not be fitted for the Supreme Court based on she's married to a white man, right? But how do we know what she's going to do until she gets there? We are prejudging what she may, and she might be the strongest black woman on that Supreme Court.
I already know.
It's not about her, it's about them.
I already know she ain't finna do shit because she's not gonna have the majority. So she ain't gonna do nothing but write a bunch of dissenting opinions from the legislation that they do pass. In legislation that they do call cement into law, United States law.
I'm like Ronnie. I'd rather see her up there than they're putting another pale face that's sitting there, whatever. At least you can say, well, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
you know,
this is the same thing that we constantly keep here. Just let me see. Just let me see. Just let me see.
A black man has not come up and it for that position. That's what I'm saying. Why, if it's not her, it got to be a pale face?
Right.
Why has nobody brought up the fact that it could be a black man? Because nobody's looking for us. Nobody's checking for us. And meanwhile,
but that's not the black woman's fault.
But while nobody's checking for us, guess what we're doing? 57% of us are in the middle class right now. Black men, single, childless. You see what I'm saying? So while nobody's checking for us, guess what we doing? But guess what the black woman is doing? Not all black women, but guess what the black woman is doing? Yeah. Still taking the white man's handouts. We're going to have to move on without a lot of y'all. And that's the sad part. We're witnessing the death of the black family.
It's already done. Yeah.
We're witnessing the death of the black family. And unfortunately, a lot of women, especially modern women, not mainly people our age, but modern women younger than us, are abandoning the family.
Yeah, because she want to feel. She wanted to be easy.
And it's not going to be good. Look at this. This project just went live in Atlanta where they giving black women money, right? They're already putting out just because, and like if you're below poverty. You know what I'm saying? They're giving women money.
But I don't agree with that now, because that's enabling people to not do what they should do.
Right.
So I mean, I'm fair across the board. It's not that I just feel like.
But that's what the credit is for. That's the whole aspect of the conversation. Is they're constantly easily given stuff to stay in the same place. You can pay them to screw over their own family. Yeah. You can pay them to stay in the same space and don't move forward and then whine and complain that nobody's doing something for them, and they're only talking about us. That's
now
the problem.
that part of it I agree with, but those women that are not doing that but are steadily moving forward, whether it's because of they're with white men or not, I don't think that we should bash them.
I'm not bashing them.
Fair.
I'm not bashing them. I just find it strange that all three of the candidates, I think one is not married, and the other two that are candidates are married to white dudes.
That is very suspicious, but
That's
it's not those women's fault.
That's conspicuous to me. That's very conspicuous, strangely conspicuous to me.
But that's not those women's fault. That's just like a person that's being hired because of.
What is their fault? That's their choice.
But I'm not sitting up saying that they wrong for doing it. All I'm saying is ask the question, why does everything that Biden does have to have a white dude attached to it? Why is every black person that he empowers has to be a woman and has to be attached to a white dude? I see a pattern here.
Yep, trending habit.
But let me ask you
I see a trending pattern here. Yeah,
let me ask both of you guys this, since you guys seem to be on the same page. Do you guys feel it appropriate for that woman to say, well, no, I'm not going to take this position as a Supreme Justice? I mean, is that what you guys want her to do? And do you think that's still going to open the door for a black man? They're probably just going to open the door for a white man.
No, they're not
a black man.
They're not gonna do it. I'm not looking for these women to do anything but get nominated and sit their ass in front of the Senate and get all the dirt they've ever done thrown in front of them. I can't wait to watch it.
I expect them to do nothing.
I can't wait to watch it. And then she probably still may not get confirmed because the Democrats have zero control over a Senate that they have a majority in. So she still might not get confirmed.
If she does get confirmed, do you guys hold her in contempt? Do you feel like she's a traitor because she took this opportunity?
No, I don't have. I don't even know these people, so I don't have.
But it just seems like like black women with white husbands always get like some kind of animosity towards them. I mean, it's not her fault that she. Like, you're right. Biden is the one at fault because he's choosing these people for a certain reason, probably because they're in the circle with whites. But these women should not be looked upon differently by other blacks, like they're like doing something wrong, because they're not.
But if you look.
Coach Keith says.
But if you look at
it's not about disenfranchising the black judge. It's about ignoring black men.
Right, but it's not the women that are doing it. It's like you said, it's Biden. It's his fault, or whoever is in power.
But we can't be wrong. We can't be made to be villains because we want to advocate for us.
Right, and I'm not missing the point. The point is you guys get mad with the wrong people. You guys take it out on black women. Take it out on the system. Take it out on white people. Like you said,
no.
That's
black women, so-called black women are the system.
Okay, but with this,
they spend 73. Like, wait a minute, 1 second. The system you keep blaming us on. You are the system. You spend 73 cents out of every dollar that comes in our community every 6 to 24 hours. Let me explain, as somebody that's been in financial services for years, what that means. That means you'll give a rate of return, or ROR, to anybody but us. You are the system.
So we might be
the taxes
of the system, but we're not in those decision-making positions for the most part.
I know a lot of women that get into the system and they teach other women how to get into the system and be a part of the system.
And that's what we're talking about.
Then what they do with these kids in these projects, they kick the men out, they kick the fathers out, keep them away. They pay the mother for the souls of their children.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to feed your son to the criminal justice system at a 70% rate.
That's true.
You're going to feed this system. You're going to feed your son this machine. We're going to pay you to have them. We're going to pay you to raise them and give them to us. And then we're going to pay you to make your daughter have more of you. That's not the man's fault. That is not the man's fault.
Y'all have had custody of children for the last 60 years at a rate of 80 to 92%. I'm going to say this again. Let me make sure we're clear and you hear me clearly. For the last 60 years, you've had custody of our children at a rate of 80 to 92%. There is nothing that's going on that isn't your fault. If I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking, I feed dinner to 20 people and they're sick, it's my fault. I came out of my kitchen. I've been in control. The concept of every time I hear any sister, any woman, any little raggedy chick say, it's not us, you're a liar. It ain't no way in hell you haven't watched what I just explained. You see most of these children with these so-called sisters around this country. Every horrible killer, thief, child molester came up under your watch. And let me say this so I can hit home. You know you're not good enough. You know you aren't, but you won't stop.
When you're going to talk this serious next time, make sure I can see your face, because I like to look at people when they're just talking this serious.
I understand. But at the end of the day, you know you can't do it by yourself, and you won't stop. And you're doing nothing but killing children. Between 1991 and 2017, the suicide attempt for our children increased by 73%.
But I noticed when you're talking about the children, you say our children. But when you're talking about the thought, you say you, like you women.
Exactly.
That's my problem with the manosphere.
I'm glad you caught that.
That is my problem.
You can't have a problem with it because you've had custody between 80 to 92%.
Not me.
If it was a problem, if it was for anybody, if it was a problem, it would have been addressed beforehand.
And in all fairness, Ronnie, I gotta say this: you can't defend it and then be like, "Not me." When you can't do that.
Can't defend what, Mike?
You can't defend the women.
I'm not defending everything.
True.
That's why I say I'm fair. I'm defending each topic differently based on how I feel about that particular topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
We kind of went left with the conversation. That's why I don't know why whoever that was said I'm missing the point. We got off the point that we were on. We're on a totally different topic now. That's where I'm lost at.
No, this is the same topic.
You're saying what
it's the same topic, but it's a different perspective. Because
different aspect of this. Okay, I got you.
Right. Yeah, because we're talking about the same topic, but initially Mike was saying.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Sabrina, we're about to lose the phone line, okay?
Yeah.
I put the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If you want to come on via the link, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, okay? All right. So the link is in the chat. You can link up and.
I want to say.
Go ahead.
Okay. Before I hang up, I want to say this is again a very interesting topics, conversations, and definitely
60 seconds.
Something to think about and elaborate on. And Ronnie, you look cute, girl. And let me tell you,
thank you,
Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with you over here in Mobile, Alabama.
Thank you, love.
And Mike, you keep doing what you're doing because it's okay. We're just getting educated, is what we're getting.
Man, we're gonna keep bringing this shit to the light, man.
You guys have a nice night.
You too, now.
You love, appreciate you.
We love you, Sabrina. Awesome call, man. I'm glad we had Sabrina in. Now, okay, we're not gonna double team Ronnie.
No, we're not.
I don't care. I'm one of them strong black women that the manosphere don't like, so you can double team.
This is foolishness. But I'm like, look, man, we not pumping the female narrative, man. Love females, love y'all to death. But I'm not following no female, and I'm not doing it.
Right, but what I felt like initially, which is where I think it went left, it felt like you were blaming the women for the credit that they're receiving. Blame the people giving the credit. If you know that white people are giving the credit to play us against each other, black men and black women, then fault them. Don't fault us women and say because they're giving us the credit, we're enabling them. Because what food in their right mind is not going to take credit when it's being given to them on a silver platter?
Well, here's the thing. They're giving you credit.
If you didn't earn the credit, then why would you
giving you credit because it's working?
See, it's an integrity thing. It's an integrity thing.
Would it be wrong for
if you know that it wasn't all black women that came out and turned Georgia blue? Why would you get on the news and say that? Why would you get on the news and even have a press conference without acknowledging the men that came out?
Okay, Mike, that's like Ivy League schools have to have black people in there. Affirmative action. So are you gonna be angry with those people for accepting this opportunity? No, right?
They're not accepting credit. That's what I'm saying.
It's monetary credit. It's not the same credit.
But see, here's the deal. This is the deal. It's all of us. We're all black. Right. We are going to face the same fate in this country. Nobody's going to be saved. Nobody's going to be spared.
No.
So we might as well consolidate and approach this thing from a consolidated as a consolidated effort. We don't need people going hither, thither. Oh, I'm gay, I'm this and I'm that. Why do you think so many people jump into gay right now? Because they know the black bus is going down. They know our movement is sinking. We're going to be outnumbered by immigrants. We're not going to have the voting power.
Yeah.
We're not going to have the numbers to vote and change our destiny. So this is something that where we have to come at this from a consolidated effort, man, in order to overcome this. We don't need people hither and thither. I'm not saying that there aren't smart women out here and that women don't deserve nothing. If they work for it, you deserve everything that you work for.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is it seems a little strange that Joe Biden wants to ram black down our throat, but he wants to only use black women that have white husbands.
I totally agree with that, and I think that's where we went left. I agree with the fact that that's not fair, but at the same time, I don't feel that woman should. It's not her place to speak up and say, you know, I feel this should be a black man, which I'm speaking literal. I know that's not what you expect, but I'm just saying it kind of feels like she's taking these women that are in these positions with these white men. It feels like they're taking the blame because they chose a white man over a black man. Hey, that's their choice. Not every black woman is gonna.
Hey, Sabrina
for the most part, most black women stick with black men. It's not that many of us that have white men.
Most actually do. Which is why we're not talking to the majority. We're not even talking to the women we need to be talking to on this show. Because my audience, the women that follow me, aren't these caliber of women. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're not that caliber of woman. So why defend them?
I'm really defending that woman that's the Supreme Justice that we were talking about.
Which one is two of them?
Her. Both of them, because they have to have a pretty good caliber of people for white folks to even look at them to put them in that office. They're not going to put somebody in the welfare line in that office. So these women have to be of some sort of caliber to be even thought about by white people to be put in that position. Whether they got it from social climbing with white men or whatever, they got it. So I mean, it might not be the right way, but they have it.
Sabrina said Pastor Warnock was definitely a powerful black voice during the elections. That nigga been quiet ever since. All you see is them bug eyes behind that mask. He ain't doing shit. Pastor Warnock will be back in church one Sunday coming soon if I have anything to do with it. He's out of there. He's out of there. No more blue Georgia, no more majority in the Senate. They ain't did shit with it. You don't deserve power if you can't use it.
That's true.
And if you're not using it to benefit me, I definitely don't want to empower you.
That's right. You shouldn't be endorsing anybody that you didn't groom.
Right, but
it's survival of anybody. Go ahead.
I'm just saying it's survival of the fittest. We feel that way, like we don't want her in power because she's not going to do what's going to benefit us. But if you were in her position and you were offered this opportunity, whether in your mind you knew you were going to do the right thing or not, everybody is for themselves, it seems like. Why would she say, I'm not going to take this, I'm not going to do the right thing? Nobody in their right mind is going to do that. Not you, not me, not him, not anybody.
Because she would know that she's being used. She
probably knows that, but it's the standard. It's the position that she wants.
It's the
position.
She
probably knows that.
It's the
and if
position.
that's what she wants, if what you want in life you're getting, if her main goal is just to have this stamina and that's what she's after, she doesn't care how she gets it or what we think about it. She's doing what makes her happy. So there's no need for us to fight against it. This is what she's going to do regardless.
Well, what you're saying is telling of a real issue. And the real issue,
but it's true.
I was telling my wife earlier today, this is really what I feel like black people are fighting. Black men aren't really fighting feminism because black women aren't really feminists. It's some, but they don't make up the core of feminists. What we're really fighting is individualism and materialism.
That makes more sense. Now that makes sense.
That's really what's more responsible for the gender divide than women espousing feminists. Because, the white girls got their work on planes and shit. You know what I'm saying? They motorbiking, dirt biking. That's your white feminists. They doing We Can Do It. You know, you remember that? Black feminists aren't necessarily like that.
You know what? I would
Go ahead.
consolidate those two into one thing and just say identity crisis. Because once you realize that we don't realize who we are, not even if you push aside the conscious community aspect of it.
Right.
All we know is we've lived in this artificial environment, and that's all we're allowed to do. Most people are only going to do what they're allowed to do. And we're allowed to buy. We can't be free, but we can sit in the store next to the free people. And I think we just settle for that because we don't really identify how bad it is. Because I promise you, we can go on this conversation for a long time, and war tactics are never going to come up because they never taught us. We don't understand the war tactics that's on the political level, on the commercial level. There's a term called commercial belay, which is just called commercial warfare, that next to nobody knows anything about. I mean, may call it disenfranchising, but it's actually a whole warfare, like what is it, Sun Tzu?
The Art of War.
Yeah, it's a whole warfare that's associated to. Yeah, I got mine right behind. I got mine right here.
Mike, you know can I just bring a point out? So
go ahead.
I never really look at the comments outside of Facebook. So Coach Keith says, why does she keep bringing that up? Who's telling her not to take the job? Nobody is telling her that, and that's not my point. I don't know if you were watching it from the beginning, but the way he presented it was like, because she has a white husband, she should not accept the job. Like she was getting credit or being given something based on the fact that she had a white husband. And my point was, in her position, why would she not take it? I mean, it's not her fault if that is the case, that she's been given something just because she's in a social circle with white people. I mean, that's not her fault. That was my point. It's not about her taking the job. You took it literally, Coach Keith, and that's not what I meant.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, even just to her point, right? My thing is, let's say you had another two reasons to why she should keep the job. My question is, where does it stop? When do we stop? Right? Because if that's always there, well, you know, I got the job, I got the husband. If that setting is always there, then why not keep creating that? If I'm them, why not keep creating that setting if I know that they'll just accept it? You know,
but my point was not that it's right. It's like you said.
No. It's I acknowledge
that. It's never
going
to stop. That's why I made it equivalent to survival of the fittest. It's never going to stop, because if a person is for themselves and that's her position is, I want this title. It's never going to stop if that's what people are about.
It's going to stop.
That's just her.
It's going to stop when titles stop.
Right. Exactly.
See, as long
as people can social climb, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, when titles stop, which they will in this country, because it's going to collapse.
That's an identity crisis.
It's going to collapse. It almost collapsed last January. That people just don't realize how close it was to collapsing last January. They don't want to tell you that. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, the other side is going to get pissed off with what's going on. Either side, it could be the left or the right, but one side is eventually going to reach their tipping point.
Right.
And what we have is going to collapse. So then all these positions won't be available. Then we really get down to survival of the fittest without the white man's positions. Now you got a survival of the fittest, get something to eat.
And that's my point exactly. It brings it back to the white man. So it's not the black woman. Black women are taking advantage of the benefits being given to us. But what fool wouldn't? What fool would not take advantage of these benefits? I don't mean welfare by any means, because I don't agree with it.
The devil will tempt you. So
yeah,
I mean, are you gonna sit up and take it because it's beneficial to you? The devil's never gonna come with anything that's not beneficial to you.
But as we discussed last week, sometimes what the devil gives you can look identical to what God is giving you. So how does she differentiate whether or not it's for the good or for the bad?
Stop listening to her homegirls and do what God tells you to do. That's when you stop listening to your homegirls.
If she got a white husband, she probably don't have no homegirls at all.
That's true.
No. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna tell you what homegirl I know. I'm gonna tell you what homegirl I know she has that she shouldn't be listening to at all. And that's them feelings. That's them feelings. That's a homegirl. I feel like when in her religion and in her culture, I feel like ain't no thing. You know what I feel like is? You know what feelings and emotions is? It's rebranded temptation and sin. There's no religion, there's no culture that tells you that feelings are valuable, other than those things trying to sell you stuff. As somebody that's been through 6 different sales training, we say emotions, right? People make purchases based off their emotions, not their logic. Emotions are there to get you to compromise your integrity, to buy something you don't need. And you have so many so-called Black females that invest into these things that don't do you any good. I feel like, so all of the senses you got, you're just going to use the one, kind of. How much sense does that make? You 30, 40, 50, 60, something, 70 years old. You got children, you got cousins that are 10, 12, 20, and you got this feeling that you just got today. It just got here today. And you're going to let them make a decision for you, but you won't let the children make a decision for you? You won't let your cousin make a decision for you? There's nothing intelligent about these feelings things. That's your home, your number one homegirl that you keep listening to, that lives illogical, that does not exist. Your feelings are like your thermostat in your house. When you change your thermostat, you change your feelings. It don't change the temperature outside. It don't change it in your neighbor house.
That's why they tell people, get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings. Get out your thermostat.
That's right. From now on, that's get out your thermostat.
In reality, we can go and say that your feelings actually to another person, it really doesn't matter. You can't take your feelings out and stroke that card machine and pay for that stuff on that belt. You can't take your feelings out and tap that phone and unlock your phone. You can't take your feelings out and start that car. They don't matter. They matter to you. They're important to you. Plus, it's your personal business.
But guess what you can do, though, Noble? Let me break in for a second.
Go ahead.
You can take your feelings out on your children.
Yeah. You know why? Because they came from the same place the feelings came from. The feelings the children came out of you, too.
Right. You can take it out on your children. And a lot of times in these homes, that's what's happening. The numbers, we've already gone over the numbers.
We one of them.
We know that the numbers, the higher abuse, these kids winding up dead, these daughters winding up dead, with these mothers.
Yes.
And lovers. We had a story up here
that's getting crazy.
It's getting crazy, We had a story up here happen the other day, man, and they trying to act like the little girl. It was a little girl that was standing in the parking lot waiting on the bus to come. And a car hit her in the parking lot, killed her at an apartment complex. The person driving the car that hit and killed her was the bus driver's wife. The bus driver was a female. So her wife said she was taking her dogs to get groomed or some shit. Is following the bus driver around, driving so fast in the parking lot that when you pull into a parking space, your wheel winds up on a child's chest and she's dead.
Being stupid, antagonizing your lover. That was all.
You was antagonizing your lover.
Stupid.
But you see how the media will lie and expect somebody like me, as gamed up as I am, to believe some bullshit like that? You see, do you understand? Do you really understand the source of my anger? My anger isn't towards women. My anger is definitely not towards. I couldn't be married and survive in the household if I was angry towards women. Couldn't have the relationships I have with women if I was angry towards women. I'm angered at the situation, and I'm angered at how a lot of our young girls mainly are being conditioned to act. And it's really on the women your age to tell them that this is bullshit.
But I'm glad you clarified that, Mike, because that's your position. But when we speak on the manosphere as a whole, it seems like a lot of them are not married. A lot of them seem like they are against women.
The manosphere is not a whole, so therefore you can't look at it as a whole.
Yes, a lot
of the manosphere looks at women as a whole, black women as that we're equal, we're all the same.
It's actually all women. It's not just black women. And I'm sure if you got deeper into it, which I don't suggest you do.
So then how come you guys don't join forces if it's not about black women, it's all women? How come the white manosphere is different from the black manosphere?
Because the reason why the white Mardi Gras is different from the black Mardi Gras. White folks don't want to fucking hang with us, and we want to be around them and do what they do. Bottom line. That's the bottom line.
Clarification.
That's the bottom line. Same reason we go to the black parade at Mardi Gras, and we cool with that.
But I never hear the manosphere, and I'm gonna leave the manosphere alone because I don't know a lot about the manosphere, but I've been hearing you talk about it a lot. Even though it's against all women, I rarely hear the manosphere speak out on white women. When they're channeling anger or challenging something, it's usually towards the black women. It's usually towards us.
Mr. Palmer call them Al Karens.
See, I'm not really that familiar. I haven't really listened a lot to him. I've listened a lot to Kevin Samuels, and it seems like a lot of that is focused on black women.
And Kevin Samuels is kind of he's kind of the guy who's carrying the torch for the manosphere right now, the black manosphere right now. O'Shea Duke Jackson is manosphere, but you would never guess it because he talks about the celebrity stuff. It's all different types of guys. You got some guys that are more extreme than others.
Okay.
In their views. You know, you got some guys, I like to call a group of them the lambdas, the tri-lambs, because niggas playing video games all day, living in their mom's basement. But then you got cats like Noble and myself that hang in the circles because we care about men. We care about black men. Nobody cares about us.
That is not true. It's a lot of us black women that do care.
I don't know if they want to, I don't know if they could care for us the way that we could care for each other at this point in time.
That don't sound good. I know you don't mean it like that, but that don't sound good.
It don't sound good, but it is what it is. Everybody needs a network of people that's looking out for their survival. And the young brother's survival, our survivals are contingent on one another. How we survive is contingent on one another.
Right.
You can't say you for black men and Cynthia G is out here saying abort black male babies and ain't nobody giving her no smoke about that.
Nobody's saying nothing to her about
Nobody's giving her any smoke about that from the female side. Cynthia G. Check her out. I think I sent you one of hers before. Check her out. Listen at
she one of the people that you sent me that I said I couldn't get into?
Probably so.
I don't think you sent me her.
Check her out, Cynthia G.
Okay, I'm gonna check
Look
her
it up
out
on YouTube. But listen, she's saying abort black boy baby.
She's African American, Caucasian, or what is she?
She's a black woman.
And she wants to abort black babies, and she's black.
Boy babies. Male black babies.
Yeah.
Not female babies, black male babies. And nobody gives her any smoke. So like I'll say, that's why I banded with brothers to call this shit out.
Indeed.
Because if we were out here talking about mass murdering female babies, just believe somebody be coming knocking on our door.
But let's just clarify one thing, guys. That is very extreme and that is horrible. That's not the same as pro-choice for anybody that's watching that may say, oh, well, her and Sabrina said they're pro-choice. That is not the same thing. We're not talking about people going out just killing black babies just killing them for no reason. We're talking about people that may not be in a position, maybe they were raped, other reasons. We're not saying let's go kill babies just because.
Now I'll say the rape thing, yeah. But that's the main thing that everybody goes to, even people that had abortions that were never raped.
And that's less than 5%.
That person would tell you about rape, and they never were raped, and they had an abortion. They'd be like, well, women be getting raped.
Well, not just rape, but sometimes people have genetic testing. They know that babies might have Down syndrome. I mean, that's a lot of money, too. I mean, it's a lot of reasons that people go towards abortion, not just because they fucked, as y'all saying, got pregnant, got caught. That's not everybody.
There are medical reasons to terminate pregnancies, medically, yes.
There are.
But we can admit that this is being used as a form of birth control by people who weren't raped.
By a lot of people.
People who don't know if their baby got Down syndrome, people who can afford to raise kids.
But you can't make those decisions. You can't be pro-life for some and not others, because that's like saying if you're against abortion, you're against it regardless of what the reason is.
No,
whether it's medical
I can't say that, because being pro-life means I'm pro the mother's life too. If a woman's life is in danger and she got to get rid of a kid for her life to go on, I'm for her life to go on.
But what if it's not that? What if she was raped by her daddy or her brother and she know this baby gonna be retarded, so she just say, I'm going to have an abortion? Are you against that choice? Do you feel like it's a life and she should have
children from your daddy or brother? You're not supposed to have children. You're not supposed to get raped.
Right, but that's a life.
But like I said, if that happens, but how often does it happen?
Oh, it happens more often than not.
Right,
not a lot amongst blacks, but it happens a lot.
It happens less than 5%.
The ones who step through the abortion clinic, how many of them were actually raped?
Less than 5%.
Most of them,
95% of them are doing it for convenience.
5 out of 100.
Right.
5 out of 100. I will give you 5 out of 100.
Most of them are doing it out of convenience.
Right, but if we decide to make a law that says people can't have abortion, it's going to also punish those people that are doing it for the right reasons. That's my point. Let me just clarify all my points because I don't want people to get it misconstrued.
Coach Keith asked a real question. Do retarded people not have a life value?
They do, but a lot of people don't want that responsibility, especially if they feel like they can't take care of a special needs person. Of course they have
And they
life
shouldn't
value.
be having sex. They shouldn't be having sex.
But that's what I'm saying. These people that were raped, that's my point. We can't say ban abortion and then it not benefit people that really need it. Every circumstance is different. I'm telling you that, speaking as a nurse, I have seen some crazy circumstances. And if we make it against the law, that means those people who really need it and have a rationale for it, they won't be able to have one either.
Can we make it against the law for people who don't have crazy circumstances to not be able to get one?
That's the point.
If you got a crazy circumstance, you shouldn't be able to get one. Can we make that a law?
They're not going to do that. When something goes to the Supreme Court, it's going to be extreme. It's going to be either no abortions or abortion. It's not going to be like, oh, you might have an abortion if this is the case.
No, I think everybody's pretty much on a consensus that if you've been brutalized and you know you've gone through the worst of the worst, or it's going to pose a danger to your health.
Everybody is on that consensus.
Yeah, even Donald Trump was on that.
Even Donald Trump
said that.
But there are some extremists that will not be.
But they're not going to be. The extremists never make up the majority. The majority of people understand, just like the majority of people understand that you got motherfuckers out here having 5, 6, 7. I think, what was that lady named Sherry that was on The View? What was her name? How many abortions did she say she had? 5, 6 abortions?
Child murder.
Her fucking pussy's a tombstone.
And then all these abortions
Sherry,
to accomplish
what's her name?
what?
The comedian, what's her name? Sherry that was on The View.
Cheryl or something?
Not Cheryl, Sherry.
I have no idea.
Sherry Shepherd, who?
Sherry Shepherd, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's the one that's doing the Wendy Williams substitute?
I think so. But she said that woman said she had 4 or 5 or 6 abortions. From the womb to the tomb, they both the same place.
More people have died in the so-called black female's womb than we have died out here. You got to think about that again. Let me say this again. 23 million of our children have been killed in abortion. The white man's number one killer, police, haven't killed that many adults in 60 years. That's devastating. I have not even gotten to the amount of children that are killed when they get out and the amount of children that are abused. Yeah. And neglected.
If you kill somebody's spirit, you might as well kill their body. Look at the kids whose spirits are being killed in the household because they can't see their dad, because their mama don't like their daddy, or because their mama like the child molester because he love her, and they get to stay in the house and do all this shit to these kids. You see what I'm saying? Look at this lady in Phoenix City, man, that was selling her 5-year-old daughter to this man to make sex tapes with, and the man killed the baby. You see what I'm saying?
I just heard about
that. Like, these are things that we cannot sit back and defend under no circumstances.
You can't defend how most of these dudes that are fathers, I can go right now and be around some other children. Some other dude children messing with some chick before I can be around mine.
Right now.
That's bad news.
Right now.
Bad business.
I'm talking about right within hand's reach of some other dude's children. And we carry on like that shit's okay. Because a lot of us have seen that over the past 50 years growing up in the household.
Right.
Men in and out, different guys, this and that. My boyfriend this month. You know, you might have a mom who hold down a relationship with, you know, somebody that's not your father. I'm not sitting up saying that. But you know how the casual dating scene intersects with children. People don't go out in court no more. People come to the house.
Right, exactly.
They come to the house, lay up, post up, eat the Lunchables out the refrigerator, drink up the kids' Capri Suns and shit.
That's hard.
Play the video game.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these guys be cats from out of prison.
Yep. That's why they're so available.
And that's why they promote all that queen and you're a queen and all that shit, because you paying for this nigga to have somewhere to stay.
Indeed.
What they tell us, Mike? What they tell
you
us,
the
Daddy?
queen, you the queen, baby. Hey. You know, they're gonna protect you, they're gonna do all that. Like this is a serious issue, man. And I'm to the point now, I don't really want to have a platform if I can't address and try to feel like I'm making a difference in some areas. I know it's hard. I know it makes you feel, Ronnie, I've never seen you get this crunk on the show. And I like it though. I like it. Because my goal is to stretch everybody. That's who I am. I'm here to stretch everybody.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what men supposed to do.
Yeah, we got to put it out here. And let the chips fall where they may. But I know your situation, Ronnie. I'm not talking about you.
I know you're not, but my thing is just that I feel like as a person, okay, let's say for example, Mike, you're on your job, right? You got your okay. Do you have a CDL or you don't?
I don't.
But you drive trucks, right?
I drive my truck. I have a van.
Right, you have a van. But suppose you get this job and they ask you put on an application that you have truck driving experience and you know how to drive this truck. But they don't ask you, do you have a CDL? So you don't put that you don't. But they offer you this job and then later on, you find out, oh, this job required a CDL. Are you going to not take that opportunity because you don't have a CDL if they didn't ask you to have one?
Yeah, I'm not going to take, I'm going to tell them I don't have a CDL.
If they didn't ask you initially for a CDL, they asked you because you drive big trucks. Even though you know in your mind that you need a CDL, but this job, you have this opportunity that's not enforcing it, so you're not going to take it?
I would literally tell somebody, I don't have a CDL.
If they didn't ask you for, if it does not require a CDL.
But see what that's going to do? That's going to put me in a position where I'm released from any liability of anything that may happen if I do jump behind the wheel of that truck and kill somebody.
But would you be liable if that's not? If
you'd be liable.
You have a driver's license. You are a licensed driver.
Yeah, but I know I'm not licensed. I'm not licensed to drive a commercial truck.
But maybe that's a bad example.
Like a semi truck.
My thing is, an opportunity.
Well, that was a good analogy because that's
like becoming a justice. I wouldn't give it up for nothing. Especially, but in that position, she's qualified. That's why she was offered to be a justice.
Yeah, she's qualified. I'm not saying she should. I wouldn't give it up either. All I'm saying,
I'm just using that as an analogy. I mean, the credit. I'm using the job. I'm using the job as an example, but the credit itself. If Black women we're getting all this credit, why are we being punished for it? It feels like we are. It feels like we're supposed to. Go ahead.
Because what have you done with it? Like the credit that you've gotten, what results have we gotten from the credit you're being given?
Well, we just started getting the credit, so we have to. This has to be a work in progress. We have to see what will be done with it. We haven't always been given credit.
I'm 36. Y'all been given credit for 60 consecutive years.
We've been given women's rights. That's not the same as credit. Let's clarify. That's not the same as credit because you give us the right to vote and you give us the right to this, the birth control and this, that, and other. That's not giving us credit. That's giving us our rights. That's the difference.
That is literally what credit is.
The credit that Mike is talking about is not. Is that what you're talking about, Mike?
I'm talking about it's part of it, but the credit I'm talking about is mainly everything that's coming along that's being legislated for Black people is being legislated specifically for Black women.
Yeah, because you're saying
and the Black women don't tend to have a problem with that or seem to have a problem with Black men not being included in this legislation.
We have a problem with that, but in the meantime, why would we turn something down? Some progress is better than no progress. Black women progress, and maybe we can pull you guys up once we progress.
But
this is just the beginning.
One, y'all haven't done that. Two, that's like you saying, if my son, if you have a son, you send him to school, and he got friends, they're making money, and he asks them, what y'all doing to make money? And they hand him something. It's a brick. Right. He don't gotta handle that brick that much. They'll take care of it a little bit. He won't get in trouble. It's something better than nothing. If it's gonna risk his freedom, if he could get killed, if eventually he can't pull his little brother up,
it's
something.
That's
it's
life
principle.
or death.
Now But this is life or death now. This is us as a people. It's life or death. That's it.
But if black women were dying at the rates that black men are dying, you would see this as a life or death situation too.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with any of it. What I'm saying is give black women a chance to pull you guys up. It has not been 60 years. We haven't been in these positions for 60 years.
Look at the last thing that happened. Let's take BLM. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter and all of the shit that got started as a result of George Floyd. They didn't do it for Ahmaud Arbery, but they did do it for George Floyd. They didn't come to Georgia with it. They were in the big cities with it, right?
Right.
Black Lives Matter comes to the forefront. 3 black women. This is based off of the deaths of black dudes and a black woman, right? Breonna Taylor.
Right.
And Sandra, right?
And Sandra Bland. Yeah, it was a couple of women. And Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin is where it really started. You see what I'm saying? So these women did all of this. They took all of these black bodies, mainly male bodies. They created this 96 billion. How much money did they get? $96 billion.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
You know what the lady did? She bought 4 houses and got it on a fucking video and told us we're gonna go in electric slide. Like we
I do not agree with that behavior.
You see what I'm saying? This is why, because when it's a matter of life and death for us,
it's fun.
For somebody to go get all the money and the resources and then buy 4 houses, come to find out she's a green M&M.
It's always going to be a bad apple, Mike, but give women a chance. There's some of us that will help black men, but
why are the bad apples getting all the power? Why are the bad apples getting the money?
The good apples are not giving them the power. It's the apple pickers giving them the power. It's the legislature and the white people giving the credit. It's not us. So don't
we give them power in the streets.
Suppose
at the end of the day, the ultimate power is granted by the public. Because see, they can bring something out, and if the public rejects it, then guess what? It dies on the vine, right?
So is that what we should be doing? Everything that they offer us, that would mean nobody, blacks as a whole, would not be moving forward. At least women are moving forward, black women. We're not leaving you guys behind. Give us a chance to bring you
women
guys
are moving
with us.
forward for the most part alone.
Yeah.
Right now.
But it's not by choice. We can't make them give you guys opportunities because they're not giving you guys opportunities. Does not make it mean that we should turn our opportunities down. A lot of you black men are married to black women, so how are we leaving you guys behind? Unless we're divorcing at a very high rate.
It's not that many of us that are married. So like I said, take the ones that are married and take us out of it.
But that's by choice because men don't want to marry. They want to play the field. So if a black man is not married, it's probably by choice.
Do you think most men that's married don't play the field? Every race.
But they're doing it the right way. They had sense enough to get married so that when women move forward, they can bring them with them.
I think that honestly, though, it's the women that are told. And I know this from my own niece.
Mm-hmm.
I had to tell my mom to stop telling my niece to grow up to be alone and independent. See, the word independent means that you by your damn self.
It means a solitaire.
It means that you're solid. You're not dependent on nobody. You're independent.
We're all
You're
codependent.
your own functioning entity. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody's codependent on something or somebody, regardless.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
If it's
So
your
instead
doctor,
of teaching
somebody.
interdependence, they talking about independence. And it sounds good, and it's a talking point. And I told my mom, really, what are you setting this kid up to be? What are you setting up to be?
What she should tell her is, be strong enough to be independent if left alone, but don't set out to be independent. Be strong enough if you're pushed against the wall. Don't set out to be.
But that goes without saying. And most human beings, most animals already understand that without saying because you're automatically, innately gifted with a survival mechanism.
But have you seen those people that have been abused so much and beaten down so much that they don't fight back at all? She wants your niece to not be one of those people.
Yeah, but telling her to be independent from the jump and send her out at 18 years old, never to look for a dude, never to try to get married, what do you think she's going to wind up?
I'm not going against mama because I love your mama.
Is she going to wind up independent and strong and running the world? That shit sounds good. That shit is not reality.
Mm-mm.
Men still run the world.
Absolutely.
Simple and plain.
Men or white men?
Men. Because
Okay,
all
so
the other countries, it ain't just white men.
right. So that's why these black men in America need to, whatever these men of color in other countries are doing to get on top, black men need to be doing the same thing. And don't say in these other countries that the women are behind them all the time, because these women are so weak in these other countries, they can't even look their men in the eyes because they're not allowed to.
Right.
So these men are doing these things dolo by themselves.
Their societies are working. Ours aren't. And we could play aerobics and have staring matches with our women all day. Guess what? Their societies are moving forward. Ours aren't.
They're moving forward for the men, not the women, which is what's happening in the United States. Is moving forward for the women and not the men. So it's happening all over the world. It's just opposite in the United States. We're moving.
The only women that are losing are black and white females. Y'all married the least.
Yeah.
They can come to your country. They come on they're working for everybody else but y'all. Nobody else's children is dying as much as y'all. Nobody else is overweight or unhealthy as much as y'all. Y'all are the two that are losing. The white chick who this crazy chick, this white chick who have made it in her mind somehow that she was oppressed when her man conquered the world and removed all the mundane responsibilities from her. And somehow she convinced herself, the same chick that stood there while we were getting hung because she lied and said we raped her, the same chick found a way to convince herself that she was oppressed by her man. When she can go anywhere in the world and partake in any culture in the world and they had to do nothing. Her and y'all. I'm gonna say y'all, but I say y'all because I take full responsibility for my brothers here in this country. They are my responsibility, right, wrong, and different.
So
they're not losing and they're not weak in these other countries. They know the system and they know enough to have culture and they know their history. Our sisters here don't know their history. It ain't no such thing as fighting.
We need to make changes. Us sisters here need to make changes, and so do the men. So just like we have to make changes, so do you men. You mean to tell me that black men are so strong, but they're not strong enough to get women in line like they say they can?
Because if I holler at you, all I can do is talk to you, and then that's assault, and I'm going to jail, and I gotta have to deal with this trained killer at my door. And we know in the United States, we know in the United States, females, and this is all races now, females initiate with domestic abuse at a rate of 51%. So y'all started more than we did. And this is all races. This is everybody. So if I start hollering at you, all you got to do is flip back out. And I'm going to jail.
If you put your hands on me, you're going to jail.
No. If I yell at you. If I yell at you.
What state is that?
No, this is all the country. This is all races across the board. This is everywhere.
I see yelling matches all the time, and the cops come out. They don't arrest somebody until there's battery or somebody has touched somebody. So this is new to me. I'm learning a lot tonight.
You can get hemmed up for yelling, for raising.
All she got to say is, "I feel threatened,"
and it can have impact. And it can have an impact on you in court as well.
Indeed,
especially if you've been caught on video or tape raising your voice. You can.
I never knew that.
That will impact you in court. So yeah, to be a dude and get a woman in control, basically what you have to have is money.
Mm-hmm. You got to have what's on TV.
You got to have money. Whereas the Mexican dude that's gonna come over here and work in the fields or cut grass or be a roofer, his wife treat him like a king.
Irrespective. We don't get that.
Has nothing to do with materials, what he can bring to the table, nothing.
Nope.
But in order for a man that's born and bred in America, this man has to get money. This is why the disdain exists between the manosphere and women, black women in particular, because nobody wants to hear it. Like my cousin was just on here. She said, this is foolishness. Doesn't want to engage the conversation.
That's fine.
That's okay. That's her business. But you see what I mean? We'll just rather keep ignoring, sweeping it under the rug, and then people are expecting things from one another.
Yeah. I don't know where you're gonna wind. They don't love us no more. They won't protect us. Well, we were telling y'all for years, and y'all said F us. And then it's not even money; it's access. It's stuff that you don't even need. You watch a chick, she'll spend $1,500 over 3 months over her head. It's going to end up in the trash. But you won't spend $600 for the year for life insurance when you got custody of the child. If you die, what they going to do? And if he don't go get your nails done, you don't want to be with him.
Man, we could get into how many black kids get inheritance from their mama versus
not many
from their daddy. We can get into it now. Because your mama will sit up and get all that money, child support, welfare money, and everything, and won't have shit for you. Probably tell you to get out when you turn 18 if you piss off. You see what I'm saying?
Especially if you got new boys.
Don't do that to their kids, man. Nah. A man will work his whole life just to have, even if it's a little bit to leave to his children. That's honor to us. That's what other men measure you by. It says that in the Bible. A wise man stores up an inheritance. That's why I'm glad I ain't died before my son. I still got time. That's why I hope I don't die before my son turn 18.
You won't.
I need him to be grown, good and grown when I die, because I don't want what I worked hard for to fall into the wrong hands.
Right.
Indeed.
That's
why I'm at.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. We've been on this thing 2 hours and 41 minutes.
Almost 3 hours.
We got it in tonight.
Ever.
That's pretty good. Ronnie, you're a super tripper. We appreciate you. You represented your sister.
I appreciate you guys too, and I want your camera to be working next time so I can see.
Yeah, we're gonna get it straight. We're gonna get it straight. I don't know what's going on with this. I gotta shut my whole computer down. That's probably what it is.
Well, I'll leave out by saying this, Ronnie. The manosphere is not the problem. The manosphere is a symptom of the problem.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You see what? Yeah, but we got a lot of work to do. I hope we can have more conversations like this. It's calm when nobody cussing each other out. We even had Matriarch and Sabrina on the phone at the same time, though.
I was thinking that in my mind, but I didn't want to say it.
Man, I just appreciate the growth.
It was really good.
That I'm hearing in everybody. And I hope to have more conversations. Noble, I'm always glad to have you. We need to get back on that positive energy and positive affirmations thing, because I think that everybody can learn something from your video. I put it on my page.
Yes.
If y'all have not checked out the video by Noble that's on my Facebook page, please go to my Facebook page last week and pull up that video. Pull up that video. Y'all got to check it out, man.
We're going deep into that, bro. That's what I'm at the desk for. I seen you live. I said,
can I say one more thing before we close? Because I don't really see very well. That's why I keep leaning up to read the comments. So Coach Keith said, women can't pull black men up. Men are the heads of family, and white men know that. So what should we do? We should not move forward at all. That would mean the entire black race didn't move.
No. Check it out. This is what should happen. Black women that have positions
should try to pull you guys in, right?
Your man may not have that position. Your man may not make that money that you can get out there in the corporate world and make. See, he sends his woman to infiltrate us, right? No problem. You can fuck her, you can do whatever you want to her. He's gonna send her over there, she's gonna infiltrate. She's gonna come get your money. Look what they do to the athletes. Look at Patrick Mahomes right now. You see what I'm saying? His
Thank you, Coach Keith. I will check it out.
Fiance complaining. You see what I'm saying about not being treated a certain way because of her race and all that. So they can come over and infiltrate. They can pull all our wealth and shit back into their community, give it to their kids, let their family borrow it, this and that. What our women need to do is what they did in the hunter-gatherer society. Go out, gather, bring it back to the house. Go out, gather, bring it back to the house. You're not taking care of a man. You're taking care of your family.
All we can gather is knowledge. I mean,
women can go out and get all type of money.
Oh, you want us to bring the money back. So basically you want us to take care of you guys, but you guys complain with us. Women want you guys to take care of us.
No, see, there we go.
I'm just asking. I want to clarify. I want to understand
there we
what
go.
you mean.
If a nigga can't get a job, how is he supposed to take care of you if you can go out and get a job and bring some money back to the house? Let's start a business.
But why couldn't he get a job?
We can become empowered.
Why couldn't he get a job?
Because white men don't hire black niggas.
That's what you do with other men. Do you find things to do? You can go paint houses. You can go to labor finders. You can pick up.
Right.
It's lots of things you can do. Men can do a lot of things that they don't do.
But the problem is the problem with that is our women and sisters and young sisters and thoughts, whatever, they want the same exact top 15, top 20% dude. So if this dude go out and he become a carpenter and he's not Jay-Z, he's not Lil Wayne, you're gonna get dismissed and just, oh, that's all you do, your little job, your little bit. Meanwhile, he a blue collar dude. He work with, he serves people every day. He makes $100 grand.
But that's fine as long as he's doing something. That's fine. As long as
it's not fine if he wants a family and he's disrespected.
But get on social media and listen to a woman making over $100,000 talking about a dude that's making 40, 50 being a carpenter. Listen to what her parents are telling her about him.
Mm-hmm.
My mama don't tell me nothing bad, and I'm in that tax bracket, so I can't speak for things that I don't know.
I hear it all the time.
Well, to that.
You know what they call it? They call it being unequally yoked. See, women think that verse in the Bible is talking about money. So when they make more money, they automatically alienate 80% of the dudes out here.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
That build is.
They automatically alienate 80% of the dudes out here. I'm not saying.
I can't expect every woman to be like me because a lot of these things that you guys are saying that women do, I don't do it. So therefore I don't know this. I'm ignorant to the fact that a lot of women do these things because I don't do it.
That's a part of what we're talking about. Y'all live in that's beautiful. Well, we don't have the luxury of living like that. The average Jew cannot live like you. He can't. He can't live in this tiny little bubble where we don't know this. Because I have to step to somebody like you. And I have to open my mouth. And I have to risk being rejected. And you just got to be pretty, keep your morals, be in stride. And I got to come to you. We live in two totally different worlds. We don't have the luxury you have. If you don't understand anything else about the manosphere, is that the manosphere is explaining to you, we don't have your luxury. But we have twice your workload.
Oh, I understand it.
And the ability to actually perform and do the workload, but we're gonna need the help of women. And like I said, brothers in our age bracket, 42, 43. I'm a little older than you, Noble, I believe. How old are you?
36.
Yeah, 36. So I'm a little bit older than you. A lot of us in our age group have already, we've kind of settled down and settled in. Those of us who are going to be settled down and settled in. So I don't want to come at it from a standpoint of being totally sold to my way of life and not giving credence to the fact that other people don't have these luxuries. Mm-hmm. The women that you're going to be trying to date, or my son is going to be trying to date, and that's why I take such an interest in this, because I have a young son who's going to have to come up, and we're going to have to figure out if I'm going to have a daughter-in-law. If so, who's she going to be? And these are real things to me. You got sons that are young, Ronnie as well.
Right.
These women out here, man, it's more than a notion. It's more than a notion.
I know.
Yeah, my son 5, and that's what made me like, you gotta open your mouth. You have to come and you have to start. He 5. You got 15 years to do something to put him in position. Go ahead.
The position that we're in right now, how can Black women help you guys? Because Coach just said Black women can't pull Black guys up. So what do we need to do to help you guys fall back and get on and be right there with you guys where we're not getting any credit or anything? We all be right there. What could we do to help you guys?
If you ask me, I'll go right back to it. You have to address your sisters that are mothers about this child abuse, this child molestation, this child alienation, especially that one.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all need to come up, and I can say another one right after this. To whoever shame, address, and start putting your foot in their hind parts, calling the police, doing whatever you need to do to stop. We have to stop the bleeding. and we're bleeding. We want to, let's get to healing. The knife is still in us. If you want, like what Mike just said, I want my son to be able to have a wife or whatever he want to do, right?
Right.
And be a dad and stuff like that. Where am I going to get him from? When I told you earlier, y'all have custody 80 to 92% of the time across the country.
Right.
I have to address that. Like, it's not okay. If it's okay, if the white man rules to keep the child away is okay, then the white man rules about abuse is okay too. And that's the first thing. You have to start addressing this child abuse. If you want to get to abortions later, do that later. The children that get here, stop abusing these people, because they are the people you're going to have to run into in another 10 years that's been molested, that has been abused, that your child is going to have to go to school with. Like, that's the part that blows my mind about it. Exactly. And that's a common thing we say. And it's like, when do sisters going to say, like, all right, we have to stop this. We can't allow this to go on. You can go on our media, you can see us joking about a mother beating a child. It's not okay. That's still a little kid.
And I hate
still a teenager, right? So the other thing I would say is y'all have to develop a hierarchy like you would do if you were in a sorority. Y'all need a hierarchy. Our people have only thrived in a hierarchy. We need a hierarchy. Men need it too. We all need a hierarchy. It needs to be a hierarchy where I go, that person, they have on whatever, however we want to do it, insignias, dress. That person is that. I can't talk to that person like that. I'm going to get checked. It needs to be a hierarchy that we can respect. I think if y'all do it, develop it amongst yourselves and then move it forward, I think those two things are something that'll be living, fluid action that can change it. Addressing the child abuse.
Great.
Yeah, I think those are two things we can start with. We can't, like I said in my video before, if we contaminate every seed that we have, we'll never have a harvest.
The problem with that is going to be compliance.
That's always the problem. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But once you run the numbers and you look at and you see the examples, I think women like yourself that just genuinely wanted to change and may not understand it, they'll look and they'll handle it.
And it's gonna involve really throwing some people away. And I think that's the biggest problem that y'all have.
That is a problem.
Yes.
I don't have it in my heart.
Throw these trash motherfuckers away, man. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't ride around with trash in your car.
Oh boy, they be doing that. They be a lot of them chicks doing that. I don't understand.
I mean, you wouldn't ride around. You wouldn't throw trash in your bed.
Right.
You put that shit in the trash can and you take it out.
That's right.
It's rubbish. You don't even acknowledge it anymore once it goes in that can until it goes in the big can and goes to the street. Mm-hmm. Women in this country can't hold on to everything. And I think that's what it's become about. It's become about holding on to everything because they know that this feminism thing is very, very loosely hanging on by a thread. It is. I mean, it's no army. You can't protect anybody. You can't even protect it in the institution of feminism yourselves. You have to have a dude to protect the institution of feminism.
It's a dude that put it in place in the beginning. It's a male doing this. It's a guy pushing femininity. I mean, feminism. It's a guy doing it. It's a wartime.
What's his rationale for it?
Oh,
is it a black guy or a white guy?
He don't want
both.
All guys. It's both. It's both. They don't want competition. They don't want competition. It's that simple. Okay. They don't want competition for their children. For the same reason we just said, while we speaking up, they don't want competition for their children. So if I don't want my manly boy, my manly boy to compete with other manly boys, I'm gonna get my enemy's boys to be with the mom. Because she hasn't took a breath as a male. She don't know what the hell we do.
Right.
Man, look, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for joining the show. This show, and I know people we throw terms around, white folks, this and that. Look, we're not talking about everybody. When we talk about white folks, we talk about women. We're not talking about everybody. People got to stop being so thin-skinned. This political correct shit, that's what I'm going after next. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of trying to talk and, walk around on eggshells to talk to a person. I'd rather just not talk to you. Or I'll just tell you what I need to tell you. You take it how you take it. And that's kind of where we are with it right now. This isn't a politically correct show. and it's by design.
Indeed.
This is freedom of speech. As long as you're not gonna get me sued for $4 million that I don't have, like Tasha.
And we didn't even get to that tonight, Mike.
We actually did touch it, just nobody was really interested. You know,
Yeah,
nobody really
yeah.
touched it on the phone, man. We took the conversation to whole new heights. And I don't ever think we've done a 3-hour show. So,
Never. This will be a first.
man, I appreciate y'all, man. Ronnie, Noble,
Appreciate you.
yeah. Salute to both of y'all. And I
Thank
thank
you.
y'all for coming on and fighting through these feelings tonight to talk about this and get
She
this
did her
out.
thing.
I hope I didn't lose any followers or people that watch the show. I hope y'all don't think I'm like.
Nah,
over
you
the
probably
top.
gain the respect of way more people.
Yeah, definitely, man. Men
Yeah.
definitely respect you. You know, you sitting there. You know, it's easy to tell that you're being genuine. You genuinely don't.
Thank you very much.
You genuinely have these positions. It's not like you trying to manipulate or anything. And I think many men watching this can appreciate that.
Yeah,
At
you're
least
not
that part.
gaslighting.
I just recently learned what that word meant, but I'm not gonna start another conversation like I did last time because Mike is trying to close the show.
We still got next week. So we'll see you. We'll see you back then. I'm quite sure.
Yes, I will be
Noble,
back.
You as well. I'm trying to get Mr. Palmer on here to talk about this Elle Magazine article, man. We're gonna
Oh,
get
that'd be
more into it.
nice.
Yeah, and then you know maybe that could give you a little more insight to where he's going. I want y'all two to
Okay.
talk.
Yeah, I was thinking about going live. I might go to live. Well, he probably doing something. I was thinking about going live and just reading an article and then going over it. But I think it's late now. I'll probably just wait for it tomorrow.
Let me know when you're doing it, man. I'll probably try to catch y'all tomorrow as well.
Definitely.
All right, man.
All right.
Good night,
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all. Good night, Ryan.
Joining the show, man. Good night, y'all.
Appreciate to the chat. Good night to the chat. Y'all be safe. Peace and love.
You too, brother. Man, what a show tonight, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with something that I saw on social media, man. This is the craziest shit ever, but I thought it was funny in a sad way. So I appreciate y'all for joining the show, man. This your boy Big Mike. Peace, love, and happiness, man. We're gonna get there. We are gonna get there.
You mean to tell me Dr. Martin Luther King got his own holiday? Yes, the nigga got his own day.
Hey, hold up. You know that Dr. Martin Luther King get his own holiday and shit. I feel like this deserves a celebration. Look, free crack for all y'all motherfuckers. Hold up. We're gonna get them motherfuckers some free crack, cause Dr. King got his own holiday. Free crack. Free. Now that's free around here. Like, I gotta do so good. What the fuck we gonna make her do this? I got to look.
You got such big hearts. We giving away free crack rocks to the person that can do the best through it.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. I like it. All right, y'all chill out and make 3 lines. Get in 3 lines. Come on. Anyway, bro.
Not making the crackheads do to Michael Jackson.
Okay. They got this together, bro. What I'm trying to tell you. Shit, all that face. Y'all better keep up in the back. I'm watching y'all. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.